All right.
Check 1 2 testing 1 2. Nation, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Sorry for the late start, everybody. If you're tuning in for the first time, you watching this on playback. This is a cold open. We get warmed up and then we start the show. So stick with us. If you don't want to stick with us, feel free to fast forward.
Yeah. What up to everybody in the chat? I see you, Bobby, Stackanova, Charles McBride. What's up, brother? Raider Austin. We see you guys, man.
Travel safe, good doc. I don't know if you're still there, but looks like he's boarding an airplane right now.
Okay.
They say, get the hell off your phone.
Who else is in here? Pete.
Oh, there's Big Pete.
Raider Rich.
Pete, I know I still haven't sent your stuff out. It's been a crazy weekend.
All right, I think we got them all.
All right.
Yeah. How y'all living out there, pillagers?
All right, stand by. The tracks are hot. Video is go. And we're off.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Something ain't right. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, proud member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network, companion podcast to PJ4F.com, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by DC4L Custom Tees. Check them out at DC4LCustomTees.com. It's time to pillage another podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Stapler. What's good, Shay?
Oh, brother, you already know, man.
Your belly full?
My belly's very full, man. First of all, your boy over here hooked it up with some oxtail right before the show. We were down there throwing down.
Yeah.
And you know, I had previously ate before I came out here, so there wasn't a whole lot of space. But you said there was gonna be some oxtail. I said, fuck it, I'll find room.
Oxtail's a special occasion.
I will find room for this oxtail, dog. Okay, and it was on point, man.
It was pretty good.
Hell yeah,
It was
dog.
my first time making oxtail.
That shit's good, man. That shit was delicious.
That was like a 4-hour cook on that.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
It was good.
That's time and love and patience right there, man.
Lots of love.
I appreciate it, man.
Lots of love.
Damn.
Let's see what we got here, because this beer's getting warm. So let's run through this.
There you go.
Quick update on the Crow's Nest. If you guys haven't tuned in yet, make sure you tune into the Crow's Nest podcast.
That's right.
It's not for the faint of heart, I will tell you that. We will be recording that immediately after this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 9 tonight, we'll be talking about a 5-year-old who brought 24 vials of crack to preschool.
Damn.
Danish politician who went to Pornhub looking for votes. And
Smart, man. He's smart. There's a lot of people on there.
there is, bro.
There's a lot of people on there, man.
The whole world's on Pornhub, bro.
Hey, man.
Well, at least a certain constituency. And a gentleman apparently who he had an ear itch,
Ugh.
and they found out there was a spider making a nest in that ear canal.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about all that
Yeah.
and more. Unfortunately, Paulie won't be with us tonight, so me and Shay are just gonna riff.
Hey, man. So it's going to be more of this right here. This 1-2 punch right here.
Yeah, bam, bam.
That 1-2. That good 1-2.
Again, the Crow's Nest is available across all platforms, such as the Pillaging Podcast that you're listening to now. And a reminder for those of you on Android, like myself, Apple Podcasts now available on the web and Android also. So if you like that interface, you've seen your friend with it, you can get it too. But I roll a Stitcher. That's my weapon of choice. And I know, Che, you on the Apple Podcast.
Yeah,
right?
I'm on Apple Podcast, man. I mean, it makes sense. I have a iPhone, so the little icon is already placed on my phone. All I have to do is hit that podcast button.
Yeah.
There it is, man. It's all there.
It's a nice app. And in fact, you've been listening to the show on iTunes. suggest you switch over to Apple Podcasts because I think podcasts might be disappearing from iTunes soon. And I've been hearing that the iTunes podcast, it's a little bit buggy on there with the updating. So definitely Apple Podcasts is the way to go if you got an Apple phone. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Make sure you follow the whole crew on Twitter, at Kenny Stapler, at Che_PJ4F, and at Kane MT6, as well as at Pillaging Pod. We changed our handle up a little while ago. It's a little bit easier to find.
Yeah.
Trying
Trying to get everything, on the same page, man.
to keep it funky for you.
Keep it concise.
Yeah. Tonight's guest on the show is going to be Matt Schneidman.
Yeah.
You know him well from the mercurynews.com. He's been on the show a couple times.
Yes, he is.
We like Matt. Ran into Matt over at the Ricky's John Gruden extravaganza, the Khalil Mackapalooza, as some people like to refer to it as. Yeah, that was a nice celebration out there. I'll give Matt a pass for wearing a red wool jacket on an 80-degree day. As a matter of fact, I won't. I'm not. I'm going to take him to task for that tonight. And Matt will be running the 2-minute drill tonight, so stay tuned for that.
That's right.
Shout out to everyone that's given donations. We got a little something special for you on the video stream. So if you've donated to the show but you haven't watched the stream, well, now you got a reason to because you're going to see your name in print on that video.
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Don't leave early. Don't leave early.
Stay to the end.
Because you might miss it.
Yeah, don't leave your seats, bro. We might beat the Steelers. You just don't know.
There you go.
I mentioned our podcasting apps. Hey, look, if you don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but you listen to this one, definitely download the Pillaging Podcast app. Everything you need in one app. It's free on your Android and your Apple phone. You can get the website. You can call in straight from the app. And I think we're actually going to open phone lines tonight because it's pretty light.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Let's open some phone lines. We'll do that after the break. After we talk to Matt, we'll open phone lines, talk to you guys. Also, quick reminder, make sure you purchase some merchandise. You can go to onenationfanwear.com. Johnny's doing something real special over there with some authentic champion jerseys.
Yeah.
They're real fresh. They got the One Nation logo on there, and you can customize them. You get the number of your choice, the color of your choice. Available only in white and black or black and white with a touch of silver.
Yeah.
Real fresh. Those are fresh, right?
Yeah, they're dope, man. They're dope.
Got to work on my gun so I can wear one.
Right. Do some damn push-ups. Do some damn push-ups at the break, man. You got to get into that beach mode, man. So you wear one of them jerseys out to the beach.
So you can find all that over at onenationfanwear.com. And if you want some pillaging pillaging gear, head over to dc4lcustomtees.com. All the pillaging gear is available over at dc4lcustomtees.com.
That's right.
The One Nation fanwear stuff, man, that's just some real fresh street style Raider gear. You definitely want to check that out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it, man.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh yeah. You guys already know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's Chelas con Che time, dog.
Oh, what's up, King?
Oh yeah. Let me take a sip real quick.
First off, you gave me the Freddy Krueger glass.
I got the Jason. I know. I kind of mixed things up, huh?
It's all good.
My bad. My bad.
I
I wasn't really paying attention, man. I was just like, they're all horror. They're all horror fucking pint glasses. It's all good. Your boy has a collection of horror themed pint glasses, man. Inside,
I got a collection of horror themed everything, bro.
Yeah, you do. It's true. This is true. Anyways, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah.
Today, we're revisiting the same company that we shouted out last week, man.
OG, man.
We're going with that Rogue Brewing Company, okay? And we got this bad boy here. This is the Fresh Roast, and we got a few on deck for the night. So stay tuned because there'll probably be a second Chelas con Che tonight, and tune into the Crow's Nest to hear what else we have. So this Fresh Roast, it's an ale brewed with freshly roasted Rogue Farms malts. And that's right, Rogue grows their own malts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Everything that goes into their beer, they grow themselves.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Absolutely, man. Hey, there's a reason why we're drinking their beer, because it's delicious and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But as you can see, this is a nice brown ale, and it's got that roasted malt flavor to it. It's not too strong. It's about a 5.7, I believe.
Yeah, no.
Let me check it real quick. Yeah, 5.7. Yeah, the IBUs are low, 37. So it's a smooth drinker.
Super smooth.
It's a smooth drinker.
It doesn't drink as heavy as it looks. Not
No,
at all. Not at all. In fact, the color's surprising.
When I poured it out, it had a nice head on it too.
Yeah.
Nice, kind of like almost like a stout would, But it's good, man. Really delicious. I ain't mad at it at all.
Not creamy. It's crisp. Definitely crisp. Don't let the color fool you. If you're not a dark beer
sharp.
drinker, you might like it. If you like coffee, you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
It definitely has a coffee note on it, right?
Yeah, it does.
That roast
It does.
is in there. You can taste the roast. The roasted malt is definitely got a coffee feel to it. It's like an espresso, bro. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure if we read this label, we would find out that there's something along those lines in there. But hey, man, that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to drink these and tell you that they're good or not.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It's good. It's good. It's real good. Hey, shout out to Rogue for always having a fire.
Hell
bottles
yeah,
and
man!
cans,
They
bro.
do. They got some good, dope designs on there.
That's a classy looking
It's
bottle.
like a that's that malt on fire right there. It's roasting right there.
Yeah. Shout out to Rogue, man, because I think the first craft beer I drank was a Rogue. I think I told that story. Oh, it was a Dead Guy Ale.
Yeah.
The bottle caught my attention. I still have that bottle. It was a limited edition glow in the dark release.
That's what's up.
I got it somewhere, probably buried in my college junk.
Yeah,
But
you do.
I stuck with Rogue, and then they really started releasing heavy down here. The Shakespeare Old Mill Stout, which we're going to review tonight.
Yeah.
That's an oldie that's been around for a while.
Man, you leaking information, man.
How dare me?
You're leaking information.
That may or may not show up on this show or the Crow's Nest. There's a third beer, and we will not mention the Dead Guy Ale. Obviously, the Chef Morimoto Soba Ale
That's the one I haven't tried yet, man.
is a perfect.
I mean, there's a lot that I haven't tried yet, but
Yeah.
that's one that I really want to try that I haven't tried yet.
That's a perfect summer ale. It's light, it's crisp. It tastes a lot like a Sapporo, just more ricey. It's got more of more flavor to it.
Okay.
What else?
Filtered, unfiltered?
It's filtered. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a very clear beer. They also have the yellow snow ale, which I haven't seen in a while. That's a good one. And they had I think a jalapeno one. They had a chili beer. That was probably the best chili beer I've ever had.
Okay.
Like definitely a kick on it, and real clean.
That's
Just real
what's up.
clean. Yeah, just
what's up.
I can go on and on, but Rogue, man, all American ale, all of that, everything's great. Definitely try Rogue. They're from where? Portland.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Portland.
they're up in that area.
Yeah,
Up in that
Portland's
area
heavy,
for
man.
sure.
Portland and San Diego, two great brew towns.
Let's see. We don't do.
For sure.
Let's see. Newport. They're from Newport, Oregon.
Newport, Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, so I knew they were up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Northwest, and then that's San Diego brewers. San Diego was a big brew town.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is no
Hell yeah.
surprise you went to college there, dude.
Nah.
It's not a shocker, dude.
Was a surprise. Come on now. Hey, makes all kinds of sense now, right? Here I am.
Hey, shout out to Kane. I just see he hit the
Yeah, hell
chat.
yeah.
So we'll be getting that Kane in a little bit. But first off and foremost, time to hit you with some quick hits.
That's right.
Quick hits.
Hit them.
Quick hits. Congratulations to Derek and Heather Carr on the birth of their third son, Deacon
right.
Carr.
That's right.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Nothing else to say.
Hey, Carr stays producing in the offseason. That's what I'm saying, dude.
He does.
Completions everywhere.
He's completing a lot.
Hey, everyone gets the ball. He's spreading it around.
He's getting it done, man. Props to you, though.
Oakland has added several noted scouts to its organization. Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer writes, among those to make the trek to the Bay Area include Patriots, DeJuan Daniels, the Eagles, Dwayne Joseph, and the Cowboys, Walt Juliff and Jim Abrams. So that scouting room starting to fill back up again.
There you go.
And who's the dude? He's the only scout that was left over. His dad is the boxing guy. Shit, what's his name?
That's Teddy Atlas, man.
Yeah, Teddy Atlas Jr., bro.
Teddy Atlas Jr., man.
Yeah. And you know,
Ain't that crazy, though?
it's crazy. But when I read that, I was like, wait a minute, is that the Teddy Atlas? And I looked it up, and not only did I find out it was his son, but I was reminded of the fact the last time I'd seen Teddy Atlas doing like a promo,
Yeah.
he was wearing a Raiders shirt.
Okay.
He's
yeah,
wearing,
that's right.
You remember?
I saw that too. I
the
saw that
support
too.
the troop shirt. And it turns out, yeah, him and his dad have been big Raider fans since day one. So
That's what's up.
yeah, they remain with the organization.
That's cool.
It is
That's cool, man.
I like Teddy Atlas, bro.
I like that, dude. Teddy Atlas is funny, man. He's a fucking interesting motherfucker,
It's
right?
real interesting, bro.
He gets after it, dog, when he's talking about boxing, man.
He looks like he might punch you just to prove a point. Like he hits you like this, but not like this hard, but like this hard. And you're like, I get it. Teddy.
Bah!
Damn.
You throw the jab. So he's
Speaking of which, did you see that Deontay Wilder knockout?
Yeah, I did,
Bro.
man. That guy went to sleep. That guy woke up in another town, dog.
Dude, his ears were twerking, bro.
Bro, he know where he was, bro.
His ears were twerking.
His eyes open. He's like, what happened? Nah, man, I knew that fight wasn't gonna be very long, dude. I knew that fight was gonna be short, man. Dominic Brazil is not
Nah.
he's not championship caliber fighter, man. He's not he fights decent. But anytime that I've seen him fight in anything that's like worthwhile, he doesn't look that great. And against a guy like, Deontay Wilder,
Dude, he's a
with
knockout
that
machine.
one-hitter quitter, bro. He got that one-hitter quitter, bro.
That punch looks like the spike that they use on the cows, bro. The spike that just
Damn, man. And did you hear it? You could hear that. He just walked away. He heard the shot himself. He's like, I'm walking away now.
Bro,
I'm done here.
I heard it before I changed the channel. That's how strong that punch was. I was watching the Warriors game and I was like, what was that?
No, bro, that shit changed the channel itself, bro.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, whoa. I was slapping the side of my TV.
What happened, man? I was watching the Warriors game just a minute ago.
I haven't got out of my seat to change the channel in years. It happened last night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know you're a big boxing fan.
Hell yeah.
This is a Pillaging Podcast, so maybe we talk more about that on the Crow's Nest.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Bobby said, what did Bobby say? Oh, he said, I need to curl some chelas to work on my guns. Hey, it might be working, Bobby, but it's not helping my ponce. It's not helping the ponce at all. But this beer is welcome, though. It's been a long-ass day. I got up early today. I got up at like 5 a.m. to roll out to Viva Calle in San Jose, street event.
Yeah.
Your boy here was stage manager, along with the homie Jules out there.
That's what's up.
And I rolled up. It was storming Norman outside, bro.
Yeah, man.
It was raining cats and bigger cats. I parked in a spot that had chickens and roosters walking around wild.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying, bro. I got out of my car. I heard a rooster. I was like, what's that? I turned around. They were right there. I was like, bro, what are you doing here?
He looked at you like this.
Yeah, he did. That was that junkie rooster, dog. He'd been up all night.
Oh, man.
I was like, well, you crow. It's 7 a.m. We're awake. We get it. The sun's up. Shut the fuck up. It was dumping out there. My boss, shout out to my boss, man. He's a Raider fan too. He called that because it cleared up and started dumping again. We had generator out there. We had the whole, DJ console. We had the mics, everything live, 2 big bass cabs. And I was just like, bro, this is not cool. Someone's finna to die right now.
Yeah.
DJ.
No, it was no joke, bro. You sent me that picture. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you guys out there right now, dog? What are we trying to prove right now?
And we had Watts Raider on last week. We had DJ Watts in the parking lot this week.
Damn, all right.
DJ Voltage, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
Man, that's
DJ
all.
Electric.
That's all the quick hits I got, bro. That's it.
Hey, you said it was going to be short.
Let me see. Hold on. No, nothing's coming out, bro. That's it. We squeeze the tube dry. It's going to be a long off season, folks.
It is, man.
But ride with us.
But hey, listen. As long as our guys stay out of the news for all the right reasons, right?
Yeah.
Then we're good, right?
Yeah.
They're actually kind of good that the news is slow.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they don't be putting out them positive stories about the Raiders.
No.
That's not what they like.
Mm-mm.
They don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see that negativity, bro. So if you ain't hearing anything, then we're all right.
Let me ask you a question just on the fly right now. I was going to ask you, who's your favorite non-Raider football player, past or present, but I want to go down that road. I want to ask you, out of Raider players all time, your favorite like unheralded Raider player, the guy that maybe didn't get enough shine.
Oh, man.
Just that cutty dude. What's one of those guys
that
you really like?
Let me think, man.
Give me one or two, whatever comes to your mind.
Let me think.
Someone that maybe didn't get the shot, maybe he had to exit early because of injury, maybe you just liked his style, above substance. He played well, but never really lit up the box score.
Who was it, man? I mean,
I'm kind of putting you.
There
on
was
the
a
spot.
few. There was a few guys. Man.
I gotta say shout out to Nyron Ball, bro.
Yeah, man. He's still in the coma. Is he still in the coma?
I think so, dude.
Yeah, man. I
so.
hope he comes out. Right? That's Trent Brown's boy, right?
Yeah.
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 So I hope he comes out of that, man. And like you say, he was dope when he was around, bro.
He was the answer that we were looking for, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
When we plugged him in, the tight end position got quiet for you know, opposing
You said
teams.
if you said it too when he got injured and he was kind of in and out. You're like, if he ever gets healthy, I think he's the answer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, man, he didn't get healthy, and his health has just been downhill since then, man.
And now we're just praying for the answer for him.
Yeah, yeah. Just to be okay, you know, just to be healthy, not football wise, just life wise, right?
Yeah. So shout out to Ball.
Yeah, shout out to him. But you know what, man? I don't know. I mean, I liked a lot of dudes that were kind of like low key.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you end up on Jacoby Ford, man? Where'd you end up on him? He was like a fan favorite there for a minute.
Jacoby Ford was a fan favorite because he always, like, you know, he gave us something to be excited for.
Well, he beat the Chiefs, bro, when we needed the most.
There you
right?
go. But then he just had them big plays, right? They didn't happen all the time.
No.
But when he did, they were just like, whoa,
Yeah.
Jacoby Ford's gonna do something, man, right? So we're all on his.
Where's he at now?
I don't know.
Probably owns a Ford dealership, right? Come on down to Jacoby Ford, right? Right?
A Ford dealership, bro. Why does he have to sell Fords, though?
Because it's dog.
Just does.
You're not going to shop at Jacoby Ford Toyota.
That's true, I guess,
That's
right?
way too confusing,
That's
bro.
true, right? Jacoby Ford.
Come on down to Jacoby Ford.
Oh man.
You know who else?
You know what? I'll give a shout out to Stuart Schweigert, though.
Schweigert, man.
Schweigert was that gritty white boy, right? That's just kind of like, you're like, whoa, hey man. You kind of thought that he might be able to develop into something like, I don't know, kind of like Lynch, you know, was for Tampa Bay. You're like, there was little spots here and there that maybe you're like, wow, maybe he's gonna develop into something like that, but it just never came through. And if you listened in to the Wolfpack, the last episode that they had before they parted ways, they had him on. And they were talking to him about that. He said, you know, it was kind of coaching that kind of killed that. He said that team was better than it actually, you know, produced. He's like, we should have won more games.
Bro, we've heard that story a few times.
I know. I've heard that a lot. We've heard that a lot. But, hey, man.
You know who was my dude? And I won't say he was unheralded. We loved him. He did well. Led the team in total yardage. I think touchdowns, too. Was Michael Bush, man.
Michael Bush was dope, too, man.
I wish we could have rolled with him a little bit
That was one of
longer.
those guys that I thought was going to be our guy for a while.
He was the new Wheatley when we had him, right?
I thought he was going to be our guy for a while. I mean, that 1 year that he and he's been he's been in the 2-minute drill in the questions, right?
Yeah.
He's been one of the answers.
Might be tonight.
There you go.
Kane said Derek Gibson and Michael Huff, bro.
Those were good ones too, man. Those are good Cuddy players.
Good. Yeah, Cuddy players. Gibson for sure. Huff, man. Huff's kind of like that polarizing Raider, bro. But you got to say, you know, when we fielded that 10-man defense right after Al had passed away, Huff sealed that game against the Texans. That's a spotlight on Huff right there. Who else, man? Who else? Justin Fargas. Yayo says shout out to Justin Fargas. We rode with Fargas for a while, man.
Hell yeah.
Definitely not a sleeper. London Raider said Eddie Anderson. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What about what about your boy Anthony Dorsett, man?
Oh shit, man.
Hey man, he had that athleticism, right? You're like, man, if you could just get his shit together, man, he could be good.
What about your boy Andrew Walter?
Damn, man.
I'm gonna make
shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. We ain't gonna put you down. We ain't gonna put you on blast no more, man.
Shout out to
let bygones be bygones, man.
Shout out to John Ritchie, dog.
John Ritchie was the shit.
Fuck
but
yeah.
I don't even know. See, when I think Cuddy player, I think of like that guy that just didn't always get playing time.
Yeah.
John Ritchie was in there all the time, bleeding and all, right? Just
every time.
Forehead bleeding, those horns that he had on his forehead, just always bleeding.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call him a Cuddy player because he got shit done.
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah. I mean, did he lead us in receiving one time?
Yeah, receptions.
That's crazy.
Not yards,
He's a fullback.
but receptions, yeah.
He's a fullback.
John Gruden, man.
Yeah.
Might we see some more fullback action this year? I don't know. We didn't see nothing in Keith Smith last year, bro.
Well, I mean, we brought him over because he was supposed to be that fullback that John likes, right? But as we saw, we got one, right, in the free agents, right? Undrafted free agents.
You know what? Speaking of Cuddy players recently, bro, Olawale, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Olawale's a good one, though.
Rock Cartwright, dog.
Rock.
Yo, you team captain, bro.
Rock
team
Cartwright.
Yeah. Rock,
That's right.
Rock
dog.
Cartwright calling coin tosses since 2000 and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Huh.
What about goddamn, why I lost his name right now. What about damn. I just lost his name, man.
Shit.
God damn it. Dude, wide receiver number 17, Moore.
Oh, Daenerys Moore.
Denarius Moore, bro.
There goes that man again.
Bro, remember?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be a steal.
Dog.
Remember, because did we get him undrafted or did he come like super late in the draft?
I want to say undrafted. I want to say undrafted.
I want to say undrafted too, but he had that big season.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh shit.
I remember when he that game was the latest kickoff ever, right, against the Chargers on Thursday night. That was a good game for him too.
Yeah.
Him and Jacoby Ford stock were rising at like the same time.
Yeah, he had a huge season, man, and then the next season he had like all this expectation. Didn't go well.
Yeah.
And then the following season just fell off hard. Like, I don't even think he got to start.
Nah.
And then
He got real timid. Got real timid.
Yeah, something got in his head, bro. Because he was when he was like confident that one season, he got really confident, dog, and everything was working. Remember those catches, man? He had like diving catches over 2 people in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Denarius Moore, man. Wish he would have panned out, bro.
Shout out to your boy Ron Curry, dog.
Ronald Curry, dog. That touchdown in the back of the end zone in the snow.
They had that framed in Oakland headquarters for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still up there. I think Tom Keeble might have punched it off the wall. He's like, fuck Ronald Curry, dog. I was like, yo, Tom, you chill, bro.
Yeah, these guys are saying Zach Crockett. Sean Grogan, Zach Crockett was not Cuddy, bro. He was like the go-to touchdown guy.
Yeah, he was the man.
I mean, of course, Zach Crockett's a guy, man, but he's not. He wasn't Cuddy at all. He was the guy that was expected to score every single time he was out there.
Yeah.
Zach Miller, Kirk Morrison. Kirk Morrison was the leader of the defense, though, so I wouldn't call him Cuddy.
No. But shout out to everybody, like you said, dog.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone.
Wait, who was the other linebacker at that time?
Napoleon Harris?
Was it Napoleon Harris with Kirk Morrison?
Oh, at that time? Shoot.
Because I thought they were dope.
No, it wasn't him.
It was the outside linebacker.
Cam?
No.
Cam Wembley? No.
Remember they had this
That was
little
later.
thing going. They
That
were
was
talking about they even did like this little spoof piece. I think it was like the law offices of something in Morrison or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I forget, man. I forget.
I don't know. I was going to look it up, but I think that's just going to take
It's all
long.
good. It's all good. We've drawn this on long enough.
I think so. Oh, Pete got you. Thomas Howard, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There
Shout
you
out-
go.
shout out
Thomas
to Pete,
Howard.
man.
That's right, Pete.
Pete's my Cuddy player, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
all the pillagers are our Cuddy players, bro. Look at
Yeah.
it, man. Look at this. We got Cuddy players all up and down this shit. We Cuddy players, man.
Yeah. Yep. What do you say, man? Let's take a break. Let's get Matt on the phone.
Let's do that.
Nice and early here.
Hell yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
We out you.
Peace. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Chase Fitted is clean. dude's already stalling.
Matt Schneidman.
Did he say what I thought he said? What's up, Jen?
Hello?
Hey, Matt, how you doing? This is Kenny Stapley.
Hello?
Matt, can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, there you
There we
go.
go.
Matt, it's Kenny from the Pillaging Podcast. How you doing, man?
How are you?
Good. Somebody on our video chat said you were on the other line with Tim Kawakami trying to get some hot takes. But we know better. Matt's got his own takes. Matt, we're on break right now. I'm going to intro you in, and then we'll go through. Is that good?
Great, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You doing all right?
Yeah, how about you guys?
We're doing good, man. We're
Real
doing
good.
Thank
Real
you.
good.
All right. Here we go. Stand by. All right, and we're back on the air with Matt Schneidman. Matt, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Great to be back.
Yeah, no problem. Why don't you let our listeners know where they can find you online and who you're writing for these days?
Yeah, same Bay Area news group, Mercury News, just at Matt Schneidman is where I'm at all over the place.
Good stuff, Matt. It's been a while since we've had you on the show. I think the last time I saw you was over there at Ricky's. You were wearing a red wool jacket on a very warm day. But you were looking...
I don't remember what I was wearing that day. That's pretty impressive.
Well, man, you were the only one in a red jacket and to see a Raider fan, so that stuck out in my mind. But you're looking very dapper, so I gotta give you props on that, man. But yeah, it's always good having you on the show. Let's get right to it, brother. It's a slow news week right now, so we're gonna kind of do a deep dive on some of the stuff that you've written recently. Lastly, I read a story from you on Max Crosby. You talked a little bit about Max, where he came from, kind of his story going up through college. And again, let me reset this for our listeners who maybe haven't heard you in the past or maybe haven't read your work. But one thing I really like about Mr. Schneidman's work is it's not just regurgitated football talk.
Right.
Matt's really about the story, and I think he tells a good story.
Yeah.
It really caught my attention from the day that you jumped on the Bay Area news group scene, and we appreciate that. But you dug deep on Max Crosby. After doing all the research regarding the fourth rounder, what was your biggest takeaways regarding Max Crosby?
It was really interesting how when he first got to Eastern Michigan, he weighed about 210 pounds, and that was in June of 2015, I believe. Just a couple months prior, his college head coach, Chris Creighton, was telling me he watched Crosby play his senior season of high school basketball around 250 pounds. And a little bit of that was baby fat because Max told me that he went through a growth spurt going into his senior year of high school. So he was trying to get rid of some of that baby fat and then wanted to add it back as muscle at Eastern Michigan. But he lost too much, not for any, strange reason. It was just, too much working out. It got a little out of hand. So he really had to build back up about 40 pounds of muscle throughout his college career. And I think that's the biggest takeaway because that really applies to what he's doing now and what the Raiders are going to ask him to do. The big thing Mike Mayock and John Gruden have said about him is they're going to put him in the weight room with Deuce Gruden, and he really has to put a lot more muscle on if he wants to have an effect as a pass rusher in this league. And right now he's around 250, 255, I believe. So if he can put on some significant muscle on top of that, like he proved he could do in college, I think he'll be a nice piece there for the Raiders.
Good stuff. Now, assuming he does so, with Key being the primary rusher opposite Cleveland, can Max compete for that role? I mean, Key is seen as more of a third down rusher. I know he played every down last year for the most part, but I think ideally Key's probably a third down guy. Max probably projecting towards that same role as well. But can either Key or Max maybe develop into an early down rusher? And if not, who gets the nod in that spot?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I definitely think Key is going to be given the first go at it. I think the Raiders feel they really have untapped potential in him. If they can get him to finish plays and finish sacks, they think he could have had double digits last year. He only had one. So Key's going to get the first go at it. Like you guys know, they think Farrell is a three-down guy. So I think it'll be Cleveland and Arden on the edge to begin. And Crosby, I think, will start off and maybe last his rookie season as really just a third down, I should say, situational pass rusher. And in talking to people around him, they really emphasize his run-stopping abilities off the edge, too, and that's something Arden Key struggled with, setting an edge against the run last year. The Raiders, everyone talks about how bad they were rushing the passer. They were 25th in the league defending the run. They allowed, I believe it was 101.8 rushing yards per game or something like that. It was not good. Yeah. So they'll need Crosby to help against the run too. I don't think he'll, jump into that starter's role this season. At least that's my guess, but I do think he'll play a nice complementary role.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing Max on there. Now, concerning that Max's fate lies in Deuce's hands, which is better than a deuce lying in Max's hands, right? Given KO's recent comments regarding the team's strength and conditioning inefficiencies, is this at all concerning, or do you think that's just smoke in the air with KO? What do you see? I mean, you get a better look at this than we do out here. Is this something to be concerned about, or is this just kind of the rumor mill?
I don't think so. I mean, like you guys said, it's a slow news week. It's the dog days of the off season. There's always going to be stuff to fill the space. And I know what KO said, and who knows? I'm not going to, assume why he said that. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's just he was a little upset that the Raiders traded him and didn't think he was worth the money. I don't know. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions there. But the thing I will say is, I'll give Deuce the chance to work with Max Crosby, work with the other guys and the whole strength staff. I know it'll look different without Tom Shaw and Kelsey Martinez. And we'll see what they can do. I mean, I don't know. I can't sit here and say I know one way or the other whether what KO said is true and whether there were deficiencies on the strength staff. Mm-hmm. We still don't know why Tom Shaw was fired. All John Gruden said was it was a personal issue, not personnel, personal. So there was something there, but we don't know what that was. So I think for now, all we can really do is just trust this new strength staff that they'll get the most out of these guys.
Yeah. Todd Shaw was talking shit at Hooters, is what I heard. That's what I heard. Eating too many Gruden wings without consent. That's a no-no. That's a big no-no.
He's trying to do commercials with the girls, man.
Yeah, he also defaced the giant Gruden bobblehead Corona doll.
Oh no, man, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
So Matt, a little bit more on this. 2018 Raiders pass rush left a lot to be desired. That is an understatement, if anything. The team opted to remedy the situation via the draft rather than going after a vet in free agency. Has enough been done to bolster this position group as far as the edge is concerned? Will we see a significant difference in 2019, or is this going to take some ramp-up time?
I think it'll take some time. I don't think you'll see a significant difference. I mean, you look at the AFC West, Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram with the Chargers. Frank Clark just joined the Chiefs along with Chris Jones, who was top 5 in the league in sacks as a defensive tackle. Then you have Von Miller and Bradley Chubb on the Broncos, and the Raiders have Arden Key and Cleveland Farrell. I mean, still by far the worst in their division, at least on paper. Mm-hmm. I still do think they'll be in the bottom half of the league, but there's only one way you can go after last season, and that's up. And I think, I expect them to do that. I expect Key to get stronger and be able to finish some of those plays. I'd expect Farrell to come in and help out. Maybe even Crosby, Benson Mayowa, maybe could provide some situational third down pass rushing this year. But I do think, especially since your top two guys are unproven young guys in their first and second years in the league respectively, it will be a little bit more of a building process and we shouldn't expect immediate results just yet.
And that's fair enough. And let's not underestimate the middle, too. I think Mo Hurst's going to get a lot better this year. Right. I think we get some pass rush up the middle this year. So what was the total last year? It was like 13 sacks, right, for the entire team?
Yeah.
So what would you place?
13, that was the fewest in a single season for any team in 10 years.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. What would you place the over-under on for 2019? If you had to bet, if you had to put money on it, Matt, where would you put that?
6.5. If I was the odds maker, I would put it at 6.5, and I would take. I've been saying 7 and 9, but I also am now starting to feel 6 and 10 just because of how hard their schedule is more than anything. I definitely think they have a better roster on both sides of the ball, but they have the hardest schedule in the NFL, and the NFL totally screwed them over before they go to Vegas. I mean, that weeks 2 through 8, I believe it is. I don't think it's in this order. I'm not looking at the schedule right now, but it's hosting the Chiefs. Then they have away games at the Vikings, Bears in London, Packers, Texans, and Colts. It's like the hardest stretch possible. So they could very easily start 1-6, 2-5, and then that's just an uphill battle for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and then I think they come back for 2 games, and one of those 2 games, I believe, is Jacksonville. So that's no gimme at home. It's in terms of their defense.
You know what happened last time Nick Foles visited the Coliseum. It was not pretty.
Well, you got to bring that up. No, that's real. That's real. Now, in terms of team sacks over under, what would you put that? I mean, last year at 13. What's your over under for this year? Team sacks.
We'll go 23. I'll give them 23 because remember, 23 still would have put them in last place by a wide margin last year. I believe the New York Giants and one other team were tied at second to last with 30. So it's not like the Raiders were even close to being 31st in the league. So I'll give them 10 more this year. I'll put it at 23.
Wow. You heard that, Raider Nation. Get your pitchforks and your torches out. Get ready to storm the castle. We're not quite there yet, but you know what, Matt? It's hard for me to disagree with you. I know a lot of fans are fired up. They see the Cleveland highlights. They want to believe in Max Crosby, the 4th rounder. Arden Key will finish this year. He was so close on so many plays last year. But I think, listening to Matt, now I'm not going to put you on blast, man. I don't mean to do it in that way, but Matt's not a Raiders fan. Matt's a writer, and I think he's very neutral. I think he's a good job of that. He's right in the middle. So coming from you, I like to listen to takes coming from folks outside because we get a little geeked up. We get a little bit over our skis sometimes as fans. And it pays to really listen to reason, I think. And 23, that's a fair number. Hey, hopefully we hit the over, but I don't think this is going to be, revolutionary, right? It's going to be a slow burn, and we're working towards it.
That's it, man. That's it.
So you recently wrote about also Trent Brown being the highest paid offensive lineman despite his right tackle assignment. It seems to me the top free agent offensive lineman becomes the highest paid lineman every year, regardless of position. Can you back me up on this? Explain to our listeners why Brown's designation at right tackle is not a misstep and why he can still earn his keep despite not protecting the QB's blind side in the AFC West.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look, I just listed some of the pass rushers in the AFC West. I think Von Miller lines up against the right tackle a vast majority of snaps that he's on the field for. Right. So Von Miller, while Bradley Chubb is a really good pass rusher, Von Miller is arguably the best in the league, and he's a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. So Trent Brown will be blocking him, and I think at this point you'd rather Trent Brown block Von Miller than Colton Miller. So that's one reason why Raiders fans shouldn't read too much into it. Also, Chargers, Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, pick your poison. I mean, both of those guys can wreak absolute havoc, so it's not like Trent Brown playing on the left side will make that much of a difference, yet it's technically Derek Carr's blind side, and you probably want to have a little more time if someone's coming from behind him, but in the end, it's not that big of a difference. And, I mean, we'll see what the Chiefs do in terms of lining up Frank Clark, but they're the Kansas City Chiefs. They're always going to find another guy to rush off the edge. So while a lot has been made, and I certainly have fueled this fire a little bit, that's my own fault. But I think especially in the AFC West, left tackle doesn't carry the same weight as it does in other divisions in the NFL just because each team has great pass rushers on both sides of the line. So regardless of where Trent Brown plays, he's going to have to play well. So you're paying him the money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to block, and just so happens in the AFC West on the right side, you're going to still have to block some of the best pass rushers in the NFL.
Thank you. Thanks for making that crystal clear. Also, we had Lincoln Kennedy on here about 6 weeks ago,
Somewhere
give
around
or
there.
take.
Somewhere around there.
And this was kind of before they designated the offensive line positions, before Gruden had come out with all this. And he had called it. He said, I think Trent Brown's going to play the right side. In John's system, he likes a big power tackle on the right for the run. For the run. And on the left, he likes a guy that's a little bit more agile, a little bit more mobile, protect the blind side. And that's exactly what we see. So between what Lincoln told us and what you told us, I don't think Raider Nation should be mad that Trent Brown's making quote-unquote left tackle money on the right tackle side. He was the biggest offensive lineman in free agency. He's going to get paid the top money. That's just the way free agency works. Every single year. Watch next year, the big offensive lineman free agent will become the top paid offensive lineman in the
Absolutely.
NFL. So don't look at the paycheck as an earmarker of where they're going to play and what they should play. Just really, it comes down to business, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Trent Brown could repeat the success he had in New England. I think before that, a career was a little bit rocky, not quite the success he had in New England. So we'll see if he reverts or he stays the same, but I'm feeling good about it. How do you feel about Trent Brown, Matt?
Yeah, I think it'll be solid. I know people in the Bay Area know the lack of success he had in San Francisco and kind of the harsh end to his tenure there, getting traded. But at the same time, he was the left tackle for the best team in football last year, and he won a championship, played really well in the playoffs. So in this league, it's what have you done for me lately? And if Raiders fans take it that way, then, what Trent Brown has done lately is pretty damn good. So I think at least for now, there should be some optimism around him.
I kind of feel like the Bill Belichick culture isn't one to just rub off of a player once they leave. It just doesn't just disappear. I look at Bill Belichick as that teacher you had in high school who was like the biggest jerk, right? You hated him. You had anxiety walking into class every day. But at the end of the year, you learned something. You were challenged. And years down the line, you still hear that person's voice in your head. Yeah. And I think Belichick's kind of like that dude. So I'm hoping Trent can bring some of that over here to Oakland. We know John's a big fan of Bill Belichick. So hopefully that there's some consistency there and Trent can continue doing what he's doing because we need that help. Brandon Parker, you weren't supposed to start last year. That's why we did not pile on you last year. I think we were one of the few, outlets, one of the few groups of fans, just period, that didn't do so. And, you got in there, you took your licks. And you stood up in your first NFL rookie season. But now Trent Brown's here. You can take a rest. You can learn from the best. You can sit down. And you can spell this offense in spurts. That's what you were signed for. Let's move forward, though. What's the most intriguing battle going into camp this offseason?
That's a good question. Let's see. I think slot receiver. I think while it might not have the highest profile names among camp battles, quote unquote, I think Ryan Grant, J.J. Nelson, Hunter Renfrow are all in play. And I'm really interested to see who is that third wide receiver behind Antonio Brown and Tyrell Williams. John Gruden obviously likes all of his receivers to be able to play every position. But I know Renfrow is the popular name because of just the cult hero he was at Clemson, but Grant has produced in recent years. J.J. Nelson is really, really fast. I believe he has the fifth fastest 40 time in combine history. He's a deep ball threat. So I think that slot receiver position, and Keelan Doss, the local guy, you can't discount him yet. I think he might be more of an outside guy, but that wide receiver room is really, really crowded right now. And I think that second starting cornerback spot will be a nice battle. I think an outside linebacker spot will be a nice battle. But I think that slot receiver spot, if this offense wants to take it to the next level, is going to be one that has to take attention away from Brown, away from Williams, to give Derek Carr another receiver to throw to. And while there may not be high-profile names there with Renfrow, Grant, and Nelson, I still think it's a very important position battle for this offense.
Yeah, it's a tight battle, and all three of those guys definitely strong in what they do as far as the slot receiver goes. And
Absolutely.
I think you're going to see a steady rotation, and someone's going to – I don't think that job gets won in camp. No. I think Matt, I think you called it. I think that's a tough battle, and I don't think it gets sorted out in camp. I think you're going to see that continue on into the regular season until somebody finally, entrenches himself as that slot guy. Is that fair, Che?
Absolutely, man. I think somebody has to be successful on the field when it counts for them to really decide this is the guy that we're going to roll with.
There's a lot of bullets in that gun, so we'll see what happens. You mentioned linebacker right now, outside linebacker. I had a question for you. Who's going to wear the green dot on this defense?
That's a good question. Would it be Vontaze Burfict? He knows Paul Gunther's defense really well. He's probably going to be, I don't want to say he's going to be the guy starting in the middle because so much can change. I mean, we thought Derek Johnson was going to be that come save everything middle linebacker last year. They cut him, shortly after they signed him.
Right.
If I had to make a guess, I would say Burfict just because he has experience in Gunther's defense. They like Markel Lee. He did it at times last year, if I remember correctly. Tyre Whitehead obviously knows the system, but if I had to take a guess, I would say it'll be the guy in the middle in Burfict.
Yeah, that'd be my first guess too. I called the Derek Johnson thing, by the way. I told you guys that was not the answer. All right. So really quick here. A lot of new faces in silver and black. The draft was deep, had a lot of picks. Free agency was aggressive. I think it got more aggressive once they landed Antonio Brown. I don't think they expected that. Once it did, everything got kicked into overdrive. But no mistakes, this is still a rebuild, and rebuilds have holes. What are some of the biggest holes still remaining on this roster, Matt?
Defensive end. I think you need a proven defensive end, but at this point, they can't get one of those. I wouldn't say it's a hole because you have Darren Waller, but I'm just going with really unproven guys. Darren Waller played 4 games for the Raiders last year after coming over from the Ravens practice squad, and he is supposedly their number 1 tight end now. John Gruden has made it clear Waller will get his time in the spotlight this year, and I think he's capable. He's an athletic young guy. But I would say tight end is another spot. It's hard to pick one on defense, I just said defensive end, but outside of that on defense, because you have guys who have been there, and Darryl Worley and Garyon Conley showed they can both play well at outside corner. LaMarcus Joyner's a proven guy who played in the Super Bowl. Even Carl Joseph, if he starts, he is a guy that has made plays in this league. Going back to the what have you done for me lately, he hasn't done much for the Raiders lately, but he's proven he can do it. And the 3 linebackers in Marshall, Burfict, and Whitehead, even Markel Lee and Nicholas Morrow have I wouldn't classify their spots as holes. So I would go defensive end and tight end, but the Raiders have the guys that they're going to use at those positions on the roster now. There's nothing you can do. So we'll just see if the players at those positions can make me eat my words and not consider those positions gaping holes a couple weeks into the season.
Yeah, hope so. I think you're right on with defensive end. I think we're going to see that. I know we're excited about the rookie. I know we're excited about Arden Key's second year. But I think what Matt just said, it's going to come to fruition. You're going to see it play out. It's just still not quite there. The answer isn't quite there yet. With Darren Waller, Waller's like the most intriguing guy for me going into this year. Out of all these cats, he's the most intriguing dude because John's hyping him up. When we saw him last year, I was like, who is this cat? He's tall, lanky, fast. He only had like you said, very, very limited playing time last year. But they believe in him. He's fast. I still want that 2-in-1 tight end, the guy that can block and catch and run routes. We still don't have that yet. I think it kind of tips your hand a little bit when you line up. But, it is what it is. We'll see what Darren Waller's got. Very intriguing. You know what else is intriguing, Matt?
What's that?
The 2-minute drill.
Ooh.
Now, you may have heard of this. We talked a little bit about it.
All good things about it, right? All
Very good.
things.
Very good. I'll tell you right now, the high score in our 2-minute drill is what, 13?
13 out of 20.
13 out of 20. Our low score, I think, was maybe last week, yeah?
No, actually,
No,
I think
not
last
once.
week was last week was it 8? 7 or 8?
Yeah, well, I hate to keep picking on our boy, but your boy, Austin Gale, he was like the first.
Yeah.
And he got 6. So anywhere between 6 and 13.
You got to beat that.
Got to beat that.
There you go.
You got to beat that. I'll tell you what, the Pillagers, the fans, doing way better than than you scribes. So, Matt, I need you to step up. And the way we do this to keep things fair, because we know a lot of you guys writing on the team, to be fair, you're not Raider historians. You write on the team now. You haven't been riding with the team forever. Now, if I had Jerry McDonald on here, he'd probably go 20 for 20.
Right.
Right. But that's Jerry. Yeah. Jerry's the OG.
That's true.
Matt's the young buck.
Young buck.
And we like that. We like
Hell
that.
yeah,
too.
we do.
But to keep things fair, it's not all Raiders questions. We got 20 questions coming at you. Every other question is going to be a Raiders question. So you got 10 Raiders questions, one of which is actually worth 2 points. So a perfect score would technically be 21 out of 20. And we'll signal that to you when you get there. Che helped me write these questions this week. You gave me 2 categories that are in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I passed those off to Che. Those 2 categories were 2000s era, new millennium era college basketball and Adam Sandler movies.
Yep.
2 categories that just seem to go together for me.
Great. They're great categories, man.
Good categories.
Those are great categories. I had fun researching those 2 categories.
You knocked it out of the park, Che.
Thank you, man.
You did. So we're going to get started. It's going to lead off with the Raiders question. These are relatively new every single week. And there's no time limit. 2-minute drill is just the title. It's not
just the name.
It's not a warning. But if you're stalling, I'm going to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to trust that you're not looking these up on your web browser while we do it. I can hear.
No, not.
All right. I can hear key clicks in the background. I got a very keen ear, Matt. Very keen ear.
Sensitive ears.
Ask anybody. I'm a bit of an audiophile. So did I leave anything uncovered, Che?
Nah, man, you got it. Yeah, I think you covered it all.
Are we ready to go?
I think so.
All right. Matt, are you ready?
I am ready.
There we go.
You didn't sound ready. But we're going to do this anyways.
Little hesitation.
You got the questions up over there too?
No, I don't, man.
You should bring them up because I might throw some at you since you got in on this. All right, question number 1. And we'll try to keep the Raiders questions somewhat current for you. Question number 1. What Raiders defensive back was the team's first of 4 picks in the 7th round of the 2017 NFL Draft? So 2017 NFL Draft, 7th round defensive back. Who was it?
Oh, man. That was the spring before I started covering the team, but I know that. Oh.
You're stalling.
Yeah, I know.
You got this, man.
Oh my God, I know exactly who this is. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Take a deep breath. Get
Oh
zen.
my God,
Get
I
zen with
don't
it, Matt.
Pass.
Correct answer. Shalom Luwani.
Oh, I knew that.
You did know that. I know you knew that.
It's the music, man. It's
Yeah, I know.
the music just puts pressure on people, man.
Che, man, why don't you take this
Well,
next
it threw me
question?
off
Hold
because
on.
he's not on the team anymore.
He's not on the team anymore. That is correct. That was not the question. All right.
Still loading.
Question number 2. Right in your wheelhouse, college basketball here. Name the final 4 teams in the 2019 NCAA tournament.
The final 4 teams in the 2019 NCAA tournament were Texas Tech, Virginia, Michigan State, and Auburn.
There you go.
That's correct.
Go, man.
1 for 2, sitting pretty.
That's
Sitting
what I'm
real
talking
pretty.
about, man.
All right, here's a throwback question for you right here. What Pro Bowl quarterback wore the number 15 for the Raiders between 1993 and 1996? Pro Bowl quarterback 15.
That's before I was born. You guys are prepping me on this one.
Most of these are current, but not all of them.
Oh, is it Hostetler?
There we go.
That is correct.
There we go.
Did you hear a key click in the background? There?
I might have heard an enter
man.
button. Enter button, man.
I'm not-
Yeah, right.
That's yeah.
All right, Che, why don't you hit him with this next one?
Yeah. All right, man. So here we go to the Adam Sandler category. At the end of the movie Happy Gilmore, Happy is
Oh,
congratulated.
this is gonna be easy. This is my favorite movie of all time. I better get this.
Happy is congratulated by 3 ghosts. Who are they?
The 3 ghosts are the alligator, Chubbs Peterson, and Abe Lincoln.
There you go.
Damn. He even got Chubb's
Go.
last name in there, man.
I knew that.
Yeah.
He's 3-1 right now.
Hey, man. He picked the right wheels, man. He picked his wheelhouse real good, man.
You know, I always
Getting that question right is the happiest I've been in a while.
Yeah.
I can hear it. I always tell the guests, be very specific.
Yeah, man.
This is your leverage.
There you go, man.
Matt, you did well so far. Got a long way to go. Question number 5. In 2011, this Raiders player led the team in 2 categories. He had 1,395 total yards and 7 touchdowns. Who is it?
2011. In 2011, I was a sophomore in high school, living in New York, living in Connecticut. So, 2011. Darren McFadden.
Ooh. So back up to Darren McFadden. It was Michael Bush.
Yeah.
Michael Bush.
Michael Bush.
I'm gonna get destroyed by Raider fans after this.
It's okay, man. You're young buck, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
All right, Shay, hit him with this college basketball question, dog.
Oh, yeah. All right, so in 2006, the 11th seed George Mason University team shocked March Madness fans by making it all the way to the Final Four. Name 3 of the 4 teams they beat en route to the Final Four.
I know 2 of them. One is North Carolina.
There you go.
One is Connecticut.
There you go. One more.
So they were an 11 seed. I think, I'm just talking out loud. I think UNC was the 3 seed that year.
Uh-huh.
I think UConn was the 1 seed. I'm going to go... George Mason.
Stalling.
I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Texas.
Oh.
I know that's wrong.
Oh, so close, man.
That is wrong.
So close, man.
We've also taken Wichita State or Michigan State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll take 2 out of 3.
Hey, man. That was close.
Not too bad. Question number 7. What 2-time Pro Bowl return man signed with the Oakland Raiders in 2017? Also no longer with the team.
It's true.
Yeah, Cordero Patterson.
There you go.
Damn.
There you go.
Not doing too bad there, Matt.
No.
Not too shabby.
No.
Can I take this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Name the first film ever released by Happy Madison Productions.
Oh my God.
That's a tough question, Jay.
Is
Yeah.
it Billy Madison?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, sure. That's probably wrong.
That's correct. It is
Yeah.
wrong. It was Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
Yeah, that's way before my time.
Shay threw a curveball at you right there.
That was a curveball right there.
That's a Rob Schneider movie?
Rob Schneider's the star of that movie.
Yeah.
But it was the first Happy Madison production.
That's good. It's good knowledge, bro.
Yeah, man. That's good, man.
All right. In what year, and this question's on every episode, Matt, so I know you're a diehard listener, never miss an episode. I know you got Chase poster on your wall, and you slap it every time you go out. What's up, Che?
Gonna drink chelas.
In what year was the Oakland Raiders franchise first founded?
$1959.
You're off.
1 year, man.
1960.
I was off 1 year? That's not bad at all.
It's not bad, but it was 1960.
Established 1960.
Yeah.
Board up the windows,
that's
Matt.
so close. That's a win. That's a right answer.
Hey, man. I like your style, man.
If you're keeping score at home, That was wrong. It's not bad, though.
What am I at right now?
You got 4 right. You got 5 wrong. You're 2 away from Austin Gale. You got a ways to go. That was the halfway mark. Just about. I forgot to mention, we got 2 random questions.
Yeah, 2 randoms.
2 randoms. You want to take the first one?
Sure.
Take the first one.
Okay, this first one, this is a doozy. No, I believe in you, man. I think you got this one. So, this question, what is the length of a U.S. Senator's term?
The length of the U.S. Senator's term?
Yes.
Isn't it 2 years?
It's 6 years.
Is that wrong? Oh.
6 years.
Maximum term is 6 years. All right.
Now I'm just embarrassing myself.
It's all right. You're going to pick some here. You're going to pick some up on the home stretch.
I believe in you, man.
Be confident, man.
Here we go. Back into your wheelhouse right here.
That.
Get that red jacket on right now. What division foe? What division foe did the Raiders beat 19-16 in Week 15 of the 2016 season to clinch a playoff berth? Did I confuse you? What division foe did the Raiders beat 19-16 in 2016 to clinch a playoff berth? I'll give you a hint. It was an AFC West.
The San Diego Chargers.
Bam!
Didn't even get the hint out of my mouth.
There you go.
Right. He was right. You're doing pretty good on these Raiders questions.
Yeah, man.
For a young buck.
Yeah.
I should be.
Be proud of yourself, man.
All right. Question number 12. Che, take it away.
Yeah. All right. So in 2012.
Matt, do you trim your eyebrows?
Do I trim my eyebrows? No.
Yeah, no plugs. All right. Go ahead, Che.
In 2012, the eyebrow, Anthony Davis, led Kentucky to a national championship title and was also awarded the most outstanding player of the Final Four. How many points did Anthony Davis score in the title game?
You're killing him, Che.
Oh, that's a ridiculous question. Oh my, that's ridiculous. That's not college basketball knowledge.
Let's do this. Let's do this, Matt. Let's do over under.
No. That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to make you guys change your quiz. 28.
28. No. Anthony Davis scored 6 points in the title game.
What the hell?
I thought you might know that because of how bad of a game he had, scoring-wise. That's why I threw that in there.
I wouldn't have known that. That was a bullcrap question right there.
That's a wild question, Che. That does stick out though. That's shocking. 6 points. 6 points.
That is. I didn't know
But
that.
in his defense, he also had like 17 rebounds or some shit like that. Like, yeah, he put up numbers in other areas. Man.
All right. Back to the Raiders. Entering the 2019 season, who holds the record for most touchdown passes in Raiders history?
It's Ken Stabler, right?
That's correct, young buck.
There you go.
That's correct. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have tied Austin Gale. You got several to go. You still got the daily double ahead of you. You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Most people don't do too well.
No, he's doing good.
He's doing good, right?
We're throwing some curveballs at him, but he's doing good.
Staying on his feet.
Hell yeah.
He's taking some punches.
Yeah, man. He's taking hacks at. He's fouling some pitches off right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Next question comes from Che.
Oh, yeah. Back to your wheelhouse with the Adam Sandler questions, man. We got a question about the Water Boy. What team did Bobby Boucher play for in the movie The Water Boy?
Oh boy, I've never seen The Water Boy. This is not going to end well for me. Oh boy. I don't even want to guess on this one for fear of being so wrong, so I'm just going to pass. I've never seen that movie.
Damn. Bro. Man. All right, well. Hit him with that buzzer, Kenny. The answer we were looking for is the South Central Louisiana State University Mud Dogs.
Of course. Of course.
Yep, wouldn't have gotten that one.
We would have also accepted Mud Dogs.
Yeah, Mud Dogs would have been all right.
Yeah. All right. 50 career fumbles is the most ever in Raiders history. Who owns that?
Oh.
Who dropped the ball 50 times?
50 career fumbles.
Career fumbles.
Lost fumbles or just fumbles?
Fumbles.
Fumbles.
Fumbleaya.
Fumblerisky.
It's got to be a quarterback, so I am going to say
No stalling.
I'll just go with Ken Stabler again.
It was Marcus Allen, man. Marcus Allen.
So it wasn't a quarterback.
You touch the ball that many times, you're bound to drop it a few.
Damn. Might have been one of the reasons why he was in Al Davis's doghouse also.
All right, Che, you got the next one.
All right, back to college basketball, man. Okay, this one isn't going to be statistics, okay? So you got a shot at this one. In 2008, this current NBA star led Cinderella program Davidson on a run that fell just one game short of the Final Four. Who is he?
This is an insulting question because I'm currently in Portland covering his team, Stephen Curry.
There you go.
That was correct.
There you go, bro.
Are we gonna sweep? Are we gonna sweep the Blazers? Should I get my broom out?
Yeah.
All right. He says yes. Shout out to Draymond Green. That was a hell of a performance last night. Hell of a performance. Che's a Laker fan over here, but
Yes, I am.
he's got respect. You got respect.
I got respect.
Yeah, you got respect.
I respect good ball.
All right, this next question's a true or false question. It's a 50-50 shot, Matt. True or false? The silver and black have always carried the moniker Raiders. In other words, the team from Oakland has always been named the Raiders. True or false?
True.
That is incorrect. For a brief period of time, they were known as the Oakland Seniors.
Yes.
Check the
I
history.
didn't know that.
Check the almanac. It's in there. It's very short. Very short.
Short period of time, and then people were like, what? What is this?
I believe as the story goes, they opened up the renaming of the team to fans, and they picked the Seniors, and they were like, cool. And they were like, not cool.
Nah, cool.
We're the Raiders. So,
Good idea. Good job, guys.
yeah. This is the last time a fan base has ever voted for a team name. All right. Let's go back to you, Che. We got a good rhythm going on here.
Yeah. Here we go. Final wheelhouse question. Okay. So we got to get this one. This is back in the Adam Sandler movies category. What was the final category that won Billy Madison his high school diploma?
That's a good question.
I know this too.
I do not. Damn, Che.
I want to say it was current events, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, sure.
Correct answer was business ethics.
Oh my God.
You got to remember the reason why he went back to get his diploma was to try to take over his dad's company.
I know.
So the final category was business ethics.
Something wrong with his medulla.
Oblongata. That was the water boy.
All right, this next question is our daily double. It's worth 2 points. I'll give you a point for each correct answer. I'll give you 2 points if you get them both. The only two quarterbacks in Raider history have passed for 6 touchdowns in a single game. Who were they?
I'll say Rich Gannon's one and Stabler's the other, but that's probably wrong.
That's correct. You are wrong. Correct answer. This is a tough one. This was a tough question, Matt. It was Tom Flores and Daryl LaMonica. Flores in 63, LaMonica in 69.
Okay.
And you would have known those, man.
Let's do a quick tally here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 7 correct. He's got 1 to go to finish with a solid 8.
Yeah.
And this is a tough one, man. This is really tough. I feel bad even asking this question. I I've been known for asking questions about phobias on the podcast.
Yes.
Laliophobia. L-A-L-I-O
I don't know what that is. Just give me the buzzer right now. I don't know what that is.
You asked for it, you got it. Correct answer right there would have been the fear of speaking.
Yeah, I would not have gotten it.
But you know what, Matt? You got 7 out of 20. And hopefully,
And you're a good sport, man. Thank you for taking the 2-minute drill.
it was a great sport. Hopefully after all that, he'll still come back on the show.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Maybe he'll take another crack at this next time. Maybe we'll go a little bit easier next time.
There you go.
Maybe we won't.
I hope so.
we haven't been known for taking it easy on people.
You know what, though? I think Matt did better on the Raider questions than he did in his wheelhouse questions.
Well, he started off good with the wheelhouse questions.
Yeah, he did.
Then I threw him for a loop with the statistical one.
Matt, you did well. How do you feel after all that?
I'm feeling not too great.
Hey, man, but you didn't come in. You didn't get the worst score, man. You stayed ahead of your boy Austin Gale. So, hey.
I'll pride myself on that.
There you go.
Matt, can you do me a favor right now? Just a quick favor. After all that, can you give us a quick plug? Can you just tell me this is Matt Schneidman and you're listening to the Pillaging Podcast?
Hey, fellas, even though I just bombed that quiz, this is Matt Schneidman. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast. Follow him on Twitter. Season's going to get started soon. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Matt. Always a great guest. We always look forward to talking to you, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too.
That was fantastic.
That was good, man.
Yeah, it was good.
That was good.
Matt's a good sport, man. Had a chance to run into Matt again, like I said, over at Ricky's. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, Matt," and he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
He's all hi.
Yeah.
He gave you that one, right?
I was
hi.
I was like, it's Kenny from the Pillaging Podcast. He's, oh, okay, yeah. He was real cool. He was there with Jerry. I tried to get someone was trying to take a picture. I want to say with maybe Lester Hayes, or somebody right there, and I was like, bro, Jerry McDonald's right here. You need to get a photo with him.
There you go.
I was like, Jerry, come on, take a picture with me, and he was like, nobody wants to see me in a photo. And he stormed off, and I was like, oh damn. I really look up to Jerry McDonald, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Before, all the
But
website.
you got that picture with Lester Hayes?
I got that picture with Lester Hayes, though. Yeah, you goddamn right I did. I got my jersey signed and everything.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I'll have Matt sign my jersey this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
My red jacket.
Yeah.
And Matt's cool, man. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for coming on the show. Yeah, I think it's time to take a quick break, nah?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back with Kane's Corner and your phone call. So hang in there, guys, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
We out here.
Peace.
up, VC, man? It's good to see you, bro. Congratulations on the new podcast, brother. Congrats. Pete, man, I love to get Ray Ratto on here. Kane and I are big Ray Ratto fans. I know a lot of people aren't Ray Ratto fans. If you're not, get a sense of humor, man. Ray Ratto's, it's all about jokes. Is he miserable? Yeah. Does he tell you things you want to hear? Yeah. But the dude's an old, crotchety, old school type cat. And I love Ray Ratto, man. I think he's cool. That's a good question, Chuck. Man, if I asked Tim Kawakami to come on the podcast, he'd block me right away. He would block me right away. But you know what? I'm one of the few Raider fans that really fucks with Tim heavy. I think, again, Tim's another guy. He's going to tell you what you don't want to hear. I had a lot of respect for Tim Kawakami after he blew up the 49ers organization. When he started leaking all that Harbaugh shit, all that Jed York shit, and everyone was like, nah, and it all came to fruition. Where are they now? Yeah. Shout out to you, Tim Kawakami. You did that. You tried to blow up the Raiders. We did it to ourselves, unfortunately. And you got socked in the face by Al's right-hand man. Hey, shout out to Tim Kawakami, though. He's a hard ass, bro.
Did he take a shot?
He took a shot from Herrera, yeah. He was trying to ask them tough questions, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he got socked up. There's a video of it on YouTube. You can see that.
Shit, I gotta see that.
Yeah. It's my turn, bro. You take over. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see what we have here in the chat. Need to catch up here. What up, VC? Shit, man. Good to see you in the building, bruh. Congrats on the new pod, Bobby and VC, huh? Tuned into that first episode. Oh, Charles, Chuck, you felt the wrath of Twitter, huh? Twitter don't fuck around. Oh, man, people go in on Twitter, man. Oh, shit, Bobby's throwing the challenge at me right now. Bobby, if you tuned into that episode, me and Kenny were talking about it. We're going to have to get that in before the start of the season. We'll do it, man. We just won't be wearing them purple rains like you did, man. We'll get that put in. We have to pick a good weekend, man. It's rainy outside. I ain't trying to go out there and shank a fucking punt because it's raining outside. Step in some mud and slip and shit.
I'll say we probably could have done that today, but we're on a mission to get some rogue beers.
Yeah, we had to go get some rogue beers, man.
And the oxtail was on the stove.
Yeah.
We had other things, but we will.
And I'm gonna wear cleats too.
I heard you talking about Chuck McBride over here.
Yeah, Chuck said it. Twitter. He's done with Twitter.
Hey.
He said people get triggered. Yeah, they do.
Stephen Michaels walks around triggered, bro. No hate. I'm just saying that dude's got a short leash. We had him on the show. A week later, I was blocked for no apparent reason, dog.
Yeah. Respect right back at you, VC. Bobby's talking about that Doomer tea.
Oh yeah, those Doomers.
He's talking about.
Let's get it cracking, bro. Let's get into this. that smooth music, bro.
Oh yeah, that's that smooth out right there.
Wonder how many pillagers were conceived of that song.
All of them.
Oh yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Let me cue this up. Yeah, here we go. All right, let me. Normally we've been going to callers, but it's a work night. I know Kane's got to be up early, so let's go to Kane first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Then we'll do the calls.
Let's do that.
Shots fired, Watts Raider. Shots fired. Hey, shout out to you, Watts, man, for coming on the show last week. That was dope.
Hell yeah, brother.
We got to make Watts more frequent. He's hella cool. He's hella cool. Make sure you subscribe to Watts Raider channel. Make sure you subscribe to On Air Nation. Is that Mikey's channel's name?
Yeah, On Air Nation.
Okay,
On Air
that's
Nation.
what I thought,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Man, there's a lot of Raiders podcasts to go around.
Absolutely.
There's plenty of hours in your work week. We ain't mad. We ain't mad.
Not at all.
Okay, hold on. Let's clean that up while I'm here. All right, cool. Let me get Kane on the line, and then we'll bring it in. Kane, pick up your phone. I'm calling you right now. Calling you right now. Oh, we got to do your second chat line too. Damn, we're all backed up.
Oh, you know what? I don't even have a fresh one on me, man. Let me go get one.
All right.
Yo, what up?
Kaner, what's up, man? We're on break right now. You know
What's happening with you?
You know the deal. Che's about to step out. He's gonna go get some fresh beer. Hey, bring me one too, dog. I'm almost out. All right.
What y'all drinking tonight?
We're drinking Rogue beers, man. We started off with this fresh roast, this Rogue roasted malt, roasted hops. That was real tasty. It had like a coffee flavor to it, and right now, well, Che's gonna tell you what we're drinking here in a minute. Why don't we do this, Kane? Because we're on break right now. We're gonna come back from break. I'm gonna intro you. We're gonna tip this chela, and then we'll get right into Kane's corner. But we'll do it all together as a group.
For sure.
What are you drinking, bro?
Man, I'm drinking on some motherfucking little hazy little thing IPA. And then I took a picture earlier of some Sierra Nevada Otra Vez. So I've been drinking on that too. But the Otra Vez, it's a little too lemony for me, man. It's a little too limey.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's like hard cider. You know what I'm saying? Like IPA crossed with hard cider. It wasn't all that. It wasn't all that. So I'm fucking with the little hazy, man.
Oh. I still think Otra Vesa is a good name for a beer no one's used yet. The Vesa with like the apostrophe, like shortened Cerveza.
This might have to be ours, though.
Might have to be ours, bro. That'll be
Pillaging
You
Podcast.
ever tried the Otra Vez?
Chevesa.
I don't think we've tried that. The Sierra Nevada Otra Vez.
No, I haven't had that one yet.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it,
Yeah.
but I haven't copped it yet.
Oh yeah, right there, brewed with lime and agave. Yeah, that explains why it's limey. Yeah, if you don't like that, it's definitely.
Yeah. It was limey. It was too limey for me. I was.
I feel you. Everyone's got their taste. I'm a sour.
Well, that could be a little bit of the agave too. That's that's a cactus, man. So it's like it's a succulent, right? So it's gonna have like a little bit of a tanginess to it.
Yeah, it's a little bitter.
Even though you get agave nectar from there to sweeten stuff up, it could still be a little bit on that bitter.
But that straight
tangy
agave
side.
could be bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought Che might appreciate that, being he is a beer connoisseur, but me myself, I got to stick with the strong hops, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
All right, quiet on the set because we'll reset some of this right now.
There you go.
All right, and we're back. We're back on the air with Kane. We're going to do Kane's Corner right now. But before we do that, and Kane's on the line. What's up, Kane?
Yeah, what's happening with y'all?
Oh, it's time for another chela. That's
right.
That's what's happening.
That's right.
I heard it crack. Heard it crack.
Gotta bring up that screen real quick, man.
Unas demasiadas chelas
That's
con Che.
demasiadas chelas.
That's one too many beers with Che.
I'm gonna pour another one right here. Like, you see, I'm gonna give you guys that fresh pour.
Oh shit.
Nice
Fresh
pour.
pour.
Yeah, I'm on my fourth little hazy. So I'm just like right at the tipsy point. You might you might get anything from this mouth right now.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, so the second secret chela, right? Because
Segundo
the
chela.
la
Segunda.
segunda is Rogue's Mocha Porter. All right,
It is a good one.
Rogues,
Moog.
Moog, not Moog, not that Moog, that Rogue's Mocha Porter, man. All right,
It is
and
tasty.
I haven't tasted it. Oh well, yeah, we actually drank through one. What am I talking about?
Stop lying, bro. You ain't got to lie to kick it, dog.
Oh.
Sip it.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's a good. If you guys are,
Is that a coffee stout?
no, it's a porter, man. It's a porter.
So it's like
It's got a little chocolate,
Yeah.
little chocolatey notes to it. Porter is a darker beer. Also, we're on some dark beers today.
yeah. We started with the roasted. This is like 2 blocks down from Stoutville,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you like a Guinness? Like a Guinness, not too much,
Well, Guinness is a
but
stout.
close to a Guinness.
Close. Not quite as creamy. It's definitely got a coffee note like the Guinness has, but it has more of a bite than a stout would normally have.
Yeah. And I don't have
Right.
I don't have any of the numbers on this one. Well, no, I don't have any of the numbers on this one just because I think that's on the actual packaging from the 6-pack.
Yeah.
This is a smaller one.
Possibly not. Rogue's pretty old school. They don't often do that. But you know what's odd? This is the mocha porter, but I got more of a I guess the chocolate notes there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say more of a coffee note on the fresh roast.
There is the
Big coffee
the
note on
fresh
the
the fresh roast had that coffee flavor roasted. It was really malted. That roasted malt flavor, right? And this one's a little bit sharper.
You cannot see through this beer. It is close to a stout.
You can put it in the light, man. Look at that. I'm putting it in the light.
But the porter is
I'm one that just like coffee and beer is like two different. They don't go together to me. You know what I mean? It's like I want to be drunk and I want to go to sleep after I feel like I'm too tired of being drunk.
All right.
So if I'm drinking coffee, I'll never go to such like drinking Drambuki. You know what I mean?
Drambuie.
Like,
Drambuie. Yeah.
I'm high and I'm high.
Drambuie is a liqueur. You put it in a drink called the Rusty Nail.
Okay.
Is a popular Drambuie drink.
And Drambuie's is like a coffee flavored drink.
I think so. I've never had it.
This is like a fucking Kahlua then.
It's something. It's
similar.
It's definitely a liqueur. It's syrupy. But this is good, man. This definitely has a bite on it, like an ale would have. I think that's definitely what separates it from being a stout.
Yeah.
It's not quite as thick, but like I said, you cannot see through this beer. It doesn't quite have a head on it either, like a stout would.
No. And that's it. It's not creamy. It's real like sharp. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like real straight,
Yeah, it's a dark chocolate note, not a milk chocolate note. But it's good, man. As far as coffee and beer goes, I for one used to think that was crazy, but way back in the day, and this was a throwback because you don't see this beer anymore, is the Red Hook. Red Hook at the ESB, the extra stout, the extra black stout, and it was brewed with Starbucks coffee. That was before there was a Starbucks on every corner.
Right.
And I remember trying that thinking, damn, this is actually really good. But I'm a major black coffee drinker.
Right.
I drink several cups a day. But this is good, man. And
Hell yeah.
I think we're drinking these in the right order.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, man, Kane, it's Kane's Corner, bro. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Man.
What's up?
It's a slow news week.
Hey, shout out to Matt Schneidman for trying, man. Damn, I didn't know Matt was that young. God damn, bruh. You know what I mean? But damn, or you know what? I didn't know I was that old.
Stop lying, man.
I didn't know I was that. Let's put it like that. I didn't know I was that old. Damn, Matt.
We still have yet to put
Shout out to you, bro. When I see you out and about, shout out to you, baby, for trying.
We'll see, Matt.
You missed a lot of Raider questions, though, baby. You know what I mean? Damn.
I'm still thinking Kane's the dark horse to set a new high score.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if we can do it to one of our own though. I don't want to do the damn thing. I'm telling you that right now, dude.
I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you, bro. Come on, man. Look, man. Kid, bro. I know you. You know, you think I'm gonna let you put me through the gauntlet? No, that's not gonna happen, my brother. I'm not gonna let you do that to me. No, you gonna pull up some shit that I never even thought that was a question. You know what I mean? No, I'm good. I think I just passed with saying that I'm good, blessed with the knowledge that I already have. And if I don't know more than that, then you know what? I'll be glad to learn something else. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get out of them hot lights. I'm cool. And the music, I'm good.
Word. I respect that. We're not going to do it to our own. But the Pillagers might request otherwise someday.
It's true, man.
I might have to take one for the team someday. I don't know. But I get to write the questions.
You know what? There we go. Kenny, you might have to take one for the team. There you go, bro.
Oh, bro.
You might have to take one for the and then me and Che can figure out some questions from Pluto.
Hey, man. Yeah, listen.
You never heard before in your life.
This test is from the University of Mars. This Otis Sistrunk questions, bro. Damn, dude.
No shit.
Fellas, we're all locked in for next season. We all got our tickets.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready, bro.
I'm fucking ready too, dog.
This van ain't ready though. Hey, if any of you Pillagers live in the South Bay can work on a Econoline van, hit me up.
Yeah,
because I got some radiator problems right
now. Hey man,
we got some issues,
did y'all see Homeboy that came up with the betting predictions, the formats with for gambling?
No.
Yeah. And he had the Raiders. I got all the way to week 11, and I was like, goddamn, 1-8-1 by week 11. Get the fuck out of here! Come on, man.
Wow.
But he based it off gambling.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had to okay, whatever. But still, I mean, you could base it off gambling, and if you think that the Raiders don't meet the point spread or whatever the case may be, you think we're gonna be 1-8-1 at week 11? Fuck you! Get out of here! It don't make no sense.
8-1 or 1-8?
No, 1-8-1.
Oh,
yeah, by week 11.
One win, 8 losses, and 1 tie.
Who the hell did we tie with?
Yeah. I think it was the first game. I think I saw that thing too.
In week 2,
in week 1.
Yeah, or what was it? Yeah, week 1, week 2. Yeah, I think it was a tie.
1. Yeah,
and the
but
first
those are betting.
Weeks.
It's basically betting odds, and he went on to explain because I think he was catching a lot of fucking heat.
Sure,
a lot of heat. Right? Sure. People were ripping him up, and he was like, "No, listen, these ain't predictions. These are basically they're gambling, how to base your bet, right? This is what the odds are. These are kind of look at them like that. And
it's point predictions,
right?
If they're gonna meet the point spread or whatever the case may be, the Raiders wasn't gonna meet the point spread on all those weeks or whatever the case may be. It didn't have nothing to really do with whether we would win the game or not. But still,
okay,
it just didn't look good. It's just another form of hate, in my opinion, of what we being thought of that we can't do or can't accomplish with this team and this roster.
Damn.
So and obviously it bothered a lot of Raider fans, so
if we're 1-8-1, if we're 1-8-1 after 10 games, I'm quitting the podcast. This shit is a wrap.
Don't fucking say shit like that, dog. Okay?
I just said it.
Yeah, I think I don't want you to say shit like that, bro. You never know what might happen. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I don't think we'll be 1-8-1, and I don't think none of us in Raider Nation will be thinking that either. But I don't know why this dude had it we wouldn't meet the point spread in all those games either. This is what it sounds like to me. It's another form of hate. You can look at it like a point spread thing or a bet gambling thing or whatever the case may be. But it's another form of hate, and
if we're 1-8-1,
something else to talk about during the off season.
If we're 1-8-1, I'm definitely taking a vacation.
Yeah,
I ain't dealing with that shit anymore, dog.
If we 1-8-1, bro, you going to New York?
That's true.
We 12, 10.
So you are going on vacation.
So you are going on vacation. You're a part of that shit. You're a part of the 1-8-1. Me too.
Yeah.
For that matter. So
me and King are road dogs. We travel wherever, and we're gonna do our best to try to chronicle that whole journey. And I'm gonna try to get interviews throughout the whole weekend. Talk to a lot of. It'd be a different kind of show that week. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We got our rooms booked. Bobby's staying in the same hotel. Shout out to Viral Oner, to Larry All Day from Reddit. He's staying in the same hotel. Kane's staying in the same hotel. It's gonna be that. Hey, Hilton's about to feel the wrath, bro. I'm about to be banned from all Hiltons.
Raider Nation is on our way there. We on our way there. Matter of fact, we booked to get prepared and get ready.
Make some extra pizza because there's going to be a run on pizza, dog. There's going to be a run on pizza and Chinese food.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is you show up to one of these pizza spots, don't get aggressive with these motherfuckers. These New Yorkers don't fuck around, man. They in there grumpy as shit.
Uh-huh.
You don't go up to their counter asking for a slice of pizza the wrong way, man. Come up there nice, man. Okay, because these guys ain't having it, man. I'm just telling you from
shit, man. You gotta give us. You gotta tell us how we got where we gotta go, what we gotta do, and where can I get a good ass slice of New York pizza. I mean, I'm so sick of hearing, oh, New York got the thinnest slice, the crispiest, this, that. Tell me, where can I get that?
Well, listen, man. I only had pizza in Brooklyn at two spots. I don't know what the fuck the names were because I was just walking. I walked one day that I was there because my boy was in the middle of he was still in school. He was at Pratt, and then he was working. So while he was gone, I was like, fuck, I gotta explore on my own, you know. So I just took to walking, man, and I went and I walked down to this little corner spot, little pizza place that was down the street from his apartment building. It was good. It was good. I got a couple slices. I got that margarita, straight margarita, right? And then they had like a pesto one, and I got that one. And it was good, thin slice, right? That's all they do, really. You go any of the fucking pizza places in New York, you're gonna get a fucking New York slice, that thin crust, right? And
folded
real simple. They don't fuck with no combinations. They don't do no goddamn like crazy.
No, I
pizzas,
just want
bro.
some pepperoni. I just want a slice of pepperoni.
Yeah. And that might even you might even get a sideways look if you ask for that, dog. Honestly. Because they don't really fuck with that. Right? Yeah, they don't really fuck with it like that.
I'll go with the cheese. I don't give a fuck.
They're really about that margarita, that fucking like cheese, that fucking basil, and that marinara sauce. And then, you can get a pepperoni slice, but they might be like, you ain't from here. Like that.
You can crack an egg on that shit.
Hey, you know what? You just gave me some game. I'm soaking it up like a sponge.
But yeah, man.
Right now,
I had one there, and I don't know exactly what area. That's right around the Pratt University area, and then there was another spot a little further out. It was kind of more like, I don't know. I don't even remember. This is a while back when I was out there. Mm-hmm. We walked too. We huffed it, man. We were huffing. We were walking for a while too. We walked through all fucking Brooklyn. We were actually over there by like the Barclays Center. And then we fucking walked back and we walked in. We spotted this little pizza place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Okay.
And shout out to Chuck McCann from the Inebriation podcast.
Yeah.
Old splatterhead over there.
Hell yeah.
He's actually going to do a lot, man. He's picking me up on Wednesday. I'm flying into Newark. He's going to pick me up there.
That's what's up.
He's going to drive me into, I'm in the financial district, but near downtown New York City, hotel. He's going to show me around a little bit Wednesday night. He's going to crash. I know he works in Manhattan on Thursday. Am I doing too much? Am I putting too much out there? And he's gonna be around, so we're gonna be in good hands with the Inebriation Nation. Of course, they run the Black Hole chapter in New Jersey out there. Right. So Kane, I think they're gonna put us up on a lot of games once we get there.
As it stands right now, I get in on Friday at 5:00, but I'm trying to work it to where I'm gonna get there on Thursday.
Okay.
Instead, maybe a day extra. I just gotta. I'm looking at my vacation time and some scheduling and shit. Mm-hmm. With the way my job work, I'm responsible. I'm like a subcontractor, so I'm responsible for all my customers. So I need to make sure that I can have that much time off. Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. A lot of the other technicians don't want to cover for you and shit when you're off. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's one of them things. It's a sales competition thing, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody's on working their commissions and shit, and nobody would really, So I'm trying to see what's up, man. I got a couple of allies on my team, and maybe I might be able to get out of here a day earlier. But I'm trying to get there a day earlier, man, because I would like to experience it. I've never been there.
Me either.
And I've never been there, man. And so I want to experience it the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to get as much as I can in them few little days that I'm gonna be there, and you know, or at least make a list of the most important. And you know what? That's a big list. But I want to try to shorten that list into maybe 10 things that I can do, or you know, while I'm there for the few days that I'm there, you know, that we all there, you know. So I don't want to tie it up into partying and just being in one specific spot, and just drinking and getting drunk, and then I don't wasted a whole, you know, So yeah,
man. If you're gonna do
we'll
that,
see how this all works out.
If you're gonna do that, I don't know if you guys have plans on doing that ferry to Ellis Island and to the Statue of Liberty.
Nah.
If you are gonna go, man, just be prepared, because that bitch gets cold.
I
man.
think
that ferry's
that's
cold
like
as
the
fuck.
least is boringest thing, and I think I mean, if I'm gonna do that, that's gonna be like at 10 o'clock at 9, 8 o'clock in the morning, where there's nothing else going on, no drinking and no nothing, you know. Yeah, I might hop on the Ellis Island ferry and take it at 7 in the morning to see the Statue of Liberty, but I don't want to do that at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
I don't know if they have boats running at that
when it's time to be kicking it.
We're staying right there at Ground Zero, so that'll be right there. We're gonna get around, man. I know Brooklyn Bridge is nearby. I definitely want to see Brooklyn. We're gonna get around. I want to go to Chan's Dragging In because Joey Diaz says I gotta go there.
There you go.
So we'll see what's up. But
yo, don't forget, man, Vanessa's Dumplings, man.
All right.
Vanessa's Dumpling House, man.
Oh, that sounds good. And, hey, what they serve there,
dumplings,
Jay? Can we get a preview?
Yo, they serve dumplings, bro. Exactly what I'm fucking calling it, man. So it's like
chicken and dumplings.
So they got them steamed dumplings, man, them steamed buns and stuff.
Chinese
so
dumplings.
they're like stuffed with like fucking pork or shrimp or whatever.
Like pork buns, pork buns and shit like that. Okay. I'm thinking you talking about like Southern chicken and dumplings and shit like that. No.
No, I'm talking about Asian food, bro. I'm talking about.
You like a spicy pork bun? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That shit's good, bro. It is cheap.
It full of meat?
It was mad cheap, man. All I know is you get a gang of shit for fucking cheap, man. So and you can order up a bunch of different orders, man. It's mad cheap. When I went, at least it was mad cheap. I think I got an order. I think I ordered like the pork dumpling, and then I might have gotten like an order of like pot stickers or something like that, and like a Snapple, right? Like a Snapple out the fridge.
Yeah.
For no joke, for like $2.50.
Shit, that's $2 for like $2
for like $2.50, bro. I'm no joke. No joke.
That was like in 1998, though.
No, bro.
So what's up with this? So we heard that.
Those are Bill Clinton prices, dog.
That Dougie Fresh spot was shut down.
Yeah, Dougie's is closed down.
There's a gang.
So what's some good place, a good spot to get some East Coast soul food? I'm just trying to, I'm a food connoisseur, and I like to eat all kind of food, but I like to especially dive into some soul food wherever I go.
Kane,
New Orleans, wherever I've been, I tried to eat some soul food from that part of the continent.
You missed out tonight because I made oxtail, bro.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah, I made that oxtail.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
See, y'all be doing me cold, man. Don't nobody tell me shit. Ain't nobody called me and said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually,
now I got like a arrow shot through my heart. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't get no oxtails.
Yeah.
Fuck. Y'all had rice and gravy and shit too.
Nah,
rice and gravy.
I did like a Chinese oxtail stew, but to be fair, I made
collard greens and cornbread and shit.
I made this on Friday for my lady. It was just happened to have some leftovers.
Yeah.
But hey, let's talk about some Raiders.
Yeah. Let's talk about some Raiders.
It's been a slow news week, Kane. Give me one headline that you would like to wake up to tomorrow. Give me one headline you'd like to wake up to mañana.
Hunter Renfrow, 5 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Raiders win over the Kansas City Chiefs 31-24 in a close battle all the way down to the end of the fourth quarter.
Renfrow with the game-winning catch. How about that?
Just like we used to see from Seth Roberts, I think we're going to see that same shit from Renfro. I think he steps right in and replaces the almighty, only doing catch down touching Seth Roberts. That's just what I think. We'll see.
Okay. Johnny says he's going to take us to Harlem because he got spots out there. By the way, just to double back on that, I like that headline. That's a good headline. Le'Veon Bell, rumored. I don't know how strong is this rumor. Rumored to be on the trade block. Is that a strong rumor? Or is that bullshit?
I don't know, bro. I think it's just fucking people throwing shit out there right now and seeing if it sticks. Just because of the recent fire of the GM, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying that the guy that kind of is it Gase that kind of took over is like
Gase,
he
yeah.
kind of like took over right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be there permanent,
Interim.
but just interim
Yeah,
right now, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying that he wasn't really big on trading for Bell,
Yeah.
and that's why this is coming up now.
So Josh Jacobs gets drafted by the Oakland Raiders.
Or signing Bell, they didn't trade for him; they signed him, right? Free agent.
Yeah. Isaiah Crowell, obviously out with the injury. So we bring back the muscle hamster. So you got Crowell. You got the hamster. You got Doug Martin. You got Josh Jacobs. You got Jalen Richard. You still got DeAndre Washington, Chris Warren on the squad. One of those fools is going to go. All that said, Kane, if Bell is on the trading block, are you buying or selling? Are you a taker in that trade?
You know what? That trade has already passed us by, and I posted just to clarify this because a whole lot of people kind of try to ridicule me for this question. I posted this because this is the shit that happens with the media. Once you hear some shit that a player is not wanted or this or welcome that, or it was a situation where the GM got fired, there is going to be some speculation about A, the player getting traded, and, B, teams want to pick them up. So I just, being just nonchalant, just like knowing football, because I've been fucking dealing with this shit for 20, 30-something years of my life.
Facts.
Every fucking year. Yeah. I know how the fucking media works. I know how shit goes. I know what words and what shit gets spoken. So there's going to be some talks about Lev Bell getting traded. Anytime you got someone out there said that he's not wanted in the Jets, then there's going to be a question. And before that question even happened, I had already just put a little questionnaire out there like, hey, if he's on the trade block, do you want to trade for him as a Raider? Well, you know what? No, I didn't say I wanted to trade for him. I just said, do you think we should? So no, I'm a seller. I don't want that ship sailed and passed us when we drafted Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
My point that I was trying to make that was like, do you see how people, when they chase money, when they chase paper, you didn't really look at your options like you should have. The Jets are a fucking dumpster fire. When you signed with them, they was a dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying? And it just escalated from it. Even they had a pretty good draft. They had a pretty good, free agent signing. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't work for the Jets. You're a dumpster fire right now because you fucking fired your general manager who did your draft, who picked all your players, who signed all your free agents, and who did everything for your team. I don't know that. But like you said, you asked me a question, and I'll get back to that. Am I buying the trade or selling? I'm selling. We don't need Lev, but that shit's come and gone at this point.
Okay. Fair enough, and I'm glad. And I only asked that to you because Jen kind of brought it up to me. We were texting back and forth during the week, and he was like, "He's on the block. Would you take him?" And I was like, "Same with Kane, man." I was like, "Nah, bro. You got Josh Jacobs. You're gonna roll with that." We were in on Lev Bell. We offered him money. He said no, and now he's over there at the Jets and the dumpster fire, and he's a part of that. And we just be happy we got Jacobs, and we don't have to deal with none of that mess. Our money's invested in youth right now.
Yeah,
and I got a hot take for you.
Okay.
Get your finger ready.
Oh, all right.
Get your finger ready.
Here we go.
Josh Jacobs, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hot.
It's a hot take. It's a hot
That's
take.
a really hot take. That motherfucker burning down houses for miles and miles and miles around. But we'll see.
Woo! All right, hot take, man.
Don't forget it.
That's a hot take.
That's a win-win, because if he's not, hey, as long as he didn't shit the bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Another thing that's been floating around lately is Hard Knocks, man. Raiders are I think, the final 3, because I think the Niners are out for some reason at this point, probably because they're boring as shit. Kane, would you like to see the Raiders on Hard Knocks? A team?
No.
No.
Strong.
No, and no. This team don't need no star quality, no nothing extra than it's already got. No. And I don't even need to. No. I mean, I'm just like, no, for real, no. Like, no, there's no way we should be on Hard Knocks. We're focused on trying to. No. Fuck no. We ain't no joke. No, man, no. I don't even. Why am I trying to explain this shit? No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Like Chuck D
No.
said, no.
No.
Hey, shout out to Chuck D. All right. I'm with you there. You know what? Here's the thing. Currently Raiders are not on Hard Knocks, and so I'm like, nah, I don't want to see that.
Right.
But if they were on Hard Knocks,
You'd be watching it every
I'd
fucking
be
week.
glued to my TV.
Hell yeah, you would.
But now I don't want to see that for all the reasons Kane already listed.
And do you really want that drama?
Nah, no,
That follows Hard Knocks?
No.
You don't, bro. You want the drama. You wait. You want the
No
drama.
means no,
I want the
goddamn.
drama. Kay, you want the drama. We all want the drama, so come on now. We want it, but do you really want to be on that shit? Fuck no.
Nah.
I'm good.
Nah,
I'm good.
Especially
But,
because
but if they let us on it, we'd be happy than the motherfucker because we don't have no choice. We didn't make a choice. I mean, if y'all
Yeah.
put us on there, of course we're going to watch the shit.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? But if I had a choice to make,
Yeah.
no, I don't want y'all on there.
I mean,
absolutely not.
With John Gruden,
No.
it would definitely be the most entertaining season of Hard Knocks ever. But I think, just like he said, you're just inviting too much drama.
Absolutely.
And I like to keep up the tradition of the Raiders being a team shrouded in mystery. You know, putting up tarps at practice and just, security in the parking lot and, all that. No.
Do we really need that much speculation
No.
between Mike Mayock and John Gruden?
No.
Do you really need to dig that deep into their relationship to try to fault or find some fucking shit that'll break up? No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. Do they get along every day? No. Do I
No.
need to see that they get along every day? No. I don't. No.
Hell
I'm
no.
good.
All right.
Seriously. That's all you're going to see. So I'm good. I'm good.
I told you guys,
You know?
remember last season, I watched my first season of Hard Knocks last season, and I told you Hugh Jackson looked like a clown on that show.
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't going to last over there.
Yeah, and he fucking fired. He's fired, bro.
Real quick.
He got fired real quick.
Real fast. And no. All right. Fair enough. One more question for you. Actually, 2 more questions. I got one for myself, and there's one here from the chat. Charles McBride wants to ask a question. But first,
There we go.
I asked this question to Matt. I want to ask you, King, because I feel like you might have a different answer. Most intriguing camp battle going into this offseason. What do you think it is?
Ooh, that's a good question. Most intriguing camp battle is Carl Joseph and can't think of the kid's first name. The Trayvon Mullen.
Oh, Mullen.
Trayvon
okay.
Mullen and Carl Joseph, the 2 safeties that the safety they drafted.
Well, I
I think that's going to be a very intriguing battle because I don't think the Raiders know where they want to play Carl Joseph. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the Raiders know if they have a spot for Carl Joseph. But the reason why I think it's going to be a battle is because he's still on the roster and he's still he's a first-round pick just like Mullen is, and he's going to try to battle for his starting spot as well as Mullen is. And Mullen is the guy that's wanted, and in my opinion, Joseph is the guy that's on the sitting on the outside, not so much on the bubble, but we just don't know what you want. We want to do with you. We want you at free safety. We want you at strong safety. Might we play you at linebacker a little bit? We just don't know. So that's going to be an intriguing battle for me.
Yeah, I think Mullen's trending more towards corner because that's what he was in college. I see maybe the battle being Abram versus Joseph more than anything. But Mullen,
Abram, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Abram.
That's who I meant.
And I want to
My
remind our
bad.
listeners. I want to remind our
drinking a
listeners.
little bit tonight.
It's Abram. It's not Abrams.
Yeah.
Just reminding our listeners, it's Abram, not Abrams. Y'all want to start calling him what was his name? Martavius Abrams. It's Martavis Bryant.
Yeah.
It's Abram. It's Jonathan Abram.
Jonathan Abram.
And it's Jonathan.
Yeah, no, but that's the matchup I meant, bro.
Yeah.
Let me correct myself.
Well,
That's what I meant.
That's a good
That matchup is going to be the most intriguing matchup there.
That's a good answer because it jives with Charles McBride's question. He wants to know, Kane, if you think Eric Harris could start at free safety with Abram at strong safety and Joseph being the third safety / linebacker rover like a Tyrone Matthew or is he trade bait?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to, okay, yes, that is a good concept, but you got to remember that Carl Joseph is a first round draft pick, so that means that his impact on the defense should be more than a third sniper guy. That's somebody. That's an Eric Harris role. If you want to swap, if you want to say. You want a sniper, somebody that's going to come in there. You want somebody that you didn't draft in the first round. The first round pick, he should be a cornerstone of your defense. He should be somebody that's a leader on your defense, somebody that's leading the charges. Then if you got Carl Joseph playing as your third safety, you're probably going to trade him. You if you think that lowly of him, there's another team that thinks that highly of him.
It's true.
Because you already have like 4 safeties on your roster already.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the Raiders safety situation, it's a confusing one, right? It's complicated. You got Joyner in there was franchise tagged, who can also move down into the slot. I think in the 4-3, you're going to see Joyner and Abram back there. But I think in the nickel, you're going to see Joyner slide down and possibly Eric Harris move in there, right? With Abram over there.
So there's no room for Carl Joseph.
With Carl Joseph moving down into like that mid linebacker position, the position that they wanted Obi to be in.
Or a hybrid linebacker.
Yeah, a
hybrid linebacker.
If they employ Joseph even in that set. And like McBride said, he might be trade bait. What they get for Joseph, I don't know, because he's not an every down player.
Do you keep a first-round draft pick as a hybrid linebacker?
I don't think you do, man. I
guess you can if that wasn't your draft pick because you're not Reggie McKenzie, but
yeah.
I mean, if you're Reggie McKenzie, that says you failed as a GM if your first round draft pick ends up being a hybrid linebacker.
And here's a tricky
draft as a safety.
Here's a tricky thing: is Carl Joseph as trade bait is, he's a free agent at the end of the season. He's not going to command a lot of money. You're talking about a guy who's now worked himself into a specialist role. You know me, I got 17,000 Carl Joseph jerseys. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
But he's a specialist. He's a hitman right now. He's an assassin. He's a sniper. Yeah. I still like Carl, but at what cost, right? We're not bringing him back. We're not.
He's not even Eric Berry at this point.
He's not. So, I don't think that they're going to get anything in a trade. I think they're going to run with KJ this year, and, they're going to use him as a special weapon. That's basically what he's going to be. He's going to be fresh legs when we need him, and he's going to be a special weapon. You're going to see him blitz a lot. I think you're going to see him be a missile. I think that's what you're going to see. I think he's great in run situations. He's a run stopper. But as far as like coverage safety, we know that's not Carl Joseph. They're going to give him another shot this year. They're going to see what happens. And they're probably going to put him on the field to see if they can get some trade value out of him. But I don't see them dealing KJ. And if they do, the return on that's going to be slim. So it's the last year for Carl Joseph. However it shakes out. It's a great question.
It's not worth it to trade him. It's not worth it to trade him. It's like a Missile Mike situation.
Yeah,
it's like it's a same thing.
I think if you can get a fourth for him, you trade him. Anything below that, you just let him walk next year.
Right.
I think the fourth is the highest value you're going to see on Carl Joseph. And that's saying a lot. I don't think anyone's going to give that up, knowing he's a free agent at the end of the year. And again, he's not. That's a good question, McBride, because we can go around and around on this for a long time. I really do.
But you know what though, the other thing is it might be one of those things you wait to see how the season starts to play out, right? A second year in the same defensive scheme under Paul Gunther, right? He started off kind of in the doghouse, didn't really get the playing time early on, and then he came on later. So maybe he picks up something. Maybe he starts off on where he left off, and he continues to grow. And then somewhere in the middle of the season, then you start to rethink that. You say, okay, do we want to keep Carl Joseph, or is there enough value there to try to trade him if he's not the guy?
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
see, the thing with that is that he's not that staff player. You understand? He's not that GM's pick. So, if he doesn't fit all the way, then why are we trying to piece him in?
Right.
I'm just saying how the coaching staff might be looking at it. Not us as fans, but I'm saying as coaching staff might be looking like, hey, we didn't draft this dude anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't fit the fucking shit, why are we trying to just make it work? Let's just trade him or let's just cut him.
Right. But I don't. But see, that's the thing is right now, if you look at it, you're gonna say, well, what kind of value does he have? If he's not the guy that we want, or he's not the guy that we think fits the scheme, you say, what kind of value does he have? If he doesn't have enough value for you to trade him, then maybe you try to build him up, build some stock up in him to try to trade him for something, right?
And I would hope they would do that.
That would be the reason for investing more time into him. Because other than that, then you're just cutting him. You're taking a loss and you're not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
So the smart play is to try to build him up and get people to start talking about him. And if he's not the guy that you want, if he's not the guy that you really want to fit the scheme, if he hasn't grown on you, then you build him up enough so that you raise the stock and you get something for him, man.
And
but has that been this coaching staff, or let's just not even coaching staff, this John Gruden, has that been his narrative since he's taken over? Has he said, I want to give Reggie McKenzie's players a chance? No, he hasn't.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
well, but I mean, you say that, but and that's how it started off, right? It was kind of, here's my thing. I think John came in. We take this as like a personal thing. We keep mentioning like, did John really give Reggie McKenzie's players a chance? I don't think it has much to do with that, whether or not the players are his or not, because Derek Carr's still here, and that's not John's player. John didn't select Derek Carr, but he loves Derek Carr.
The only one still here, though.
Right, but I mean, Carl Joseph is still here too. He's still here for whatever reason. He's still not gone. So I don't necessarily buy into that whole idea that he's like, I'm not with any of these guys. He just thinks you guys haven't performed, bro. Like, I'm coming in and all I've seen is you guys lose. So I don't buy into you guys being the guys, and you guys got to prove to me different. So you walk into this situation and you say, okay, I want to see the heart. I want to see the buy-in. I want to see who's really here for this team, who's really bought into this franchise, who really wants to make the Raiders a winner. And then you start you start weeding them out. You start saying, okay,
so
not
you blame
you,
the players and not so much the coaches then. So
No,
John Gruden came in and said, it's not the coaching staff, it's the players.
I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying he hasn't been here. So he can't say what's what. He's walking in fresh and new. He hasn't seen whether the coaching staff sucked. Obviously it did because it's gone. But he still has to see buy-in from the players. He still has to see that these guys are committed to actually becoming winners. So when you walk into the situation, you're going to say, okay, you guys don't get an automatic pass from me just because you were the starters with this other coaching staff. There's a reason why I'm here. They weren't any good. And if they thought you were good, then maybe I question that too. So prove me wrong. And so you're going to start on the bench, and maybe I'm going to go with somebody else and maybe light a fire under your ass and see where you're at. Carl Joseph was on the field at the end of the season, was he not?
Yeah.
You know
So,
what, Jay? I
did it work?
I can be the devil's advocate today. That he didn't know. So the narrative is, if we didn't hire John Gruden, that Mark would have kept Jack Del Rio and made him, switch his coaching staff around. That's the narrative. That's what we hear. We don't know if that's true. That's just what we hear. So if that's the narrative, if we didn't get John Gruden, then we still have the players that we have today. So if that's the case, then did John Gruden come in and just say, I don't want the players that's here because I didn't pick them? They're not my players. They're not my guys. They don't fit my scheme. I don't know, whatever you said.
Well, Derek Carr's the Reggie pick. He's still here.
I'm down with John. Wait, hold on.
Gabe Jackson's
I know
still
what
here.
y'all going to say. Real quick, I'm just going to say that I can be devil's advocate, and we all can be devil's advocate with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of what you think. You know what I'm saying? So really what happened, John came in here and he's gotten his own staff. He's gotten his own players that he wants, no matter what Reggie McKenzie's players did. We don't really know if they mesh or not. You got rid of the best fucking defensive end ever to play football in the last 10 years. So we don't really know what your narrative is or what your thinking was, John, when you came in here. We just Raider fans. We follow along because we love you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you didn't get John Gruden, you still stuck here with Jack Del Rio because Mark Davis said he wasn't going to fire him. So how do you look at that?
I mean, you look at it. You can't look at it from the standpoint of like what's supposed to be if Jack Del Rio was still here, because he's not here, dog. We can't do that. All I'm saying
he's not here. But if John Gruden didn't take the job, let's just say if John Gruden didn't take the job,
right?
Those players are still here, are they
possibly,
not?
Possibly. I think you're right. But does that mean that we're headed in the right direction? I'm not here to argue whether or not the players would be here. I'm here to argue that John's looking for fuckers that are bought into this franchise, man. He's looking to put together a winning franchise that's not stuck because of cap situations. It's not stuck because they're overpaying fucking players that don't deserve it or that don't really want to be a part of this team. That's what I think. That's what I think he came in here and he came in with like a hard ass and he said, well, fucking, you got to earn this. And if you don't want to talk to me, then fuck, you can go. That's what I think he's thinking. When he comes into this situation, he's like, how many of you guys really are down for who here is really a Raider? Because all I've seen is you guys had a little bit of success in 2016, and then you came out and you expected everybody to lay down for you, and it didn't happen. And then when it didn't happen, you guys all just laid down yourselves. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think he comes in fired up and he says, prove me different.
Sounds right. I'm just saying there's a lot of fans out there that my narrative, that's the narrative that they have. And I just wanted to get the question answered.
Yeah, it's good.
For those fans.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what I mean?
I just like that Chase said, John's looking for fuckers, eh?
He's looking for some fuckers, eh?
It's like you're like the brothers, the older brother's friend. Hey, fucker, where's your mom keep the snacks?
You know that's a question I ask on the regular, dog.
Damn, bro. Damn, bro.
Vato locos on.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Good shit, though.
Oh, man.
Okay, man.
Crazy. No, but you know what, though, Che, you're right, though. I just wanted to get that out there because I think that's some, it's a nice little conversation to have.
No,
between two sports knowledgeable fans, you know what I mean? Not that I agree with what the fuck I said, but I'm just saying that narrative is out there.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I
that
feel
narrative is out there.
And I think it's true. I think it's true to a certain extent. I think it's true, right? I think you're right. If Gruden isn't here, Del Rio probably is forgiven and given another shot, and then those players ain't necessarily gone, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a big if.
But where are we though? Where are we? There's a lot of ifs.
Hold on. We won 4 games last year.
No, yeah.
So if we won 4 games last year with Jack Del Rio, is he still here in 2019? I don't think so.
Well, let's just say that the problem that he did was hire Todd Downing. But anyway, we're going back too far. It's over and all that shit didn't happen. Everybody want to say we brought in Marshawn Lynch and that was a mistake. We should have kept Latavius Murray. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that people could say that we could have did. But at the end of the day, we stuck with John Gruden and this staff right now, and the decisions they made, and they making the decisions they have. And we still don't have a defensive end to replace Khalil Mack. So, well, let's just see what happens at the end of whatever decisions they made. You know what I'm saying? And I'm down with those decisions. I'm a Raider fan. I'm going to be down with every decision you make stupidly like I've been for the last 50 years or whatever. So, I mean, I'm just saying, my point is that I got an opinion, and whether it matter or not is here, so.
Yeah. Okay, man, hell of a conversation. It was good having you on, bro.
Hell yeah.
And next time you come down, let me know in advance, and I'll try to whip up something extra special for you.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, I'm looking for some more of them damn chicken wings, man,
On deck.
in that fryer that you made them in,
On
man,
deck.
with that hot sauce.
Easy.
Man, that shit was on hit.
Easy.
Bro, that shit was on hit. Best chicken wings I had, better than any restaurant.
Ooh,
Salsa that Che made,
Ooh.
better than any restaurant
For sure.
I ever had.
for
There
sure.
you go.
And I done ate a whole bunch of salsa because I eat Mexican food like a motherfucker.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? And I done ate a whole bunch of different salsas. Puree, pico de gallo,
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I done ate them all. Yours was pretty good, my bro. Top notch, actually.
Hell
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And those
Thank you.
chicken wings was good. Gotta have some more of that shit.
Hell
So
yeah.
when I come down there, man, make sure y'all got that shit for me.
I
when I
got
show
you.
up.
Hey, I got you. Chicken wings, easy, bro.
Give me the heads up early, bro, and
Easy.
I'll make sure I get it done.
That salsa's fire. I'll second that. That's the best salsa I ever had.
Thank you. Yo.
And Mr. Dolores, a close second.
Yeah, Mr. Dolores makes some good salsa.
That's a good salsa, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Kane, man, get down here, bro. We miss you, dude.
Hey, so when y'all want me to come down? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're trying to record next Monday, which is Memorial Day. So if you can get down here for that, if not, the weekend after.
You
that.
know what? I'm on call for work next week.
Oh.
Remember I told you the 25th,
yeah,
26th, 27th?
Yeah.
I'm on call for work that weekend. I can still do the show, you know, like now, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Let's,
I gotta. They might. But you know what, motherfucker? If y'all call me to work, it's gonna cost y'all double time.
there you
Woo!
go.
So I'm
There
like,
you go.
yeah, fuck with me. Call me to work. And you know what? Hey, you know what? Monday is Memorial Day, and that's when all the restaurants that should be open. And I work in San Francisco. It's gonna be rats running around in somebody's shit on somebody's route. It's gonna be roaches sighted. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all kind of shit going on. And somebody, oh yeah, most definitely, bruh. We get calls all the time. And if I go out to a stop, it's $65 an hour coming to Kane's motherfucking popping.
There you
And
go.
guess what? I'm coming from, it's going to take me an hour and a half to get there because I'm coming from Concord, and it's a motherfucking holiday weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be traffic on the freeway to go to San Francisco.
We
It's going
bricked
to take
out.
me an hour to get to San Francisco, an hour and a half to get there, and then I'm going to spend 4-5 hours trying to take care of the project. It's going to take me another, fuck with me, and I'm going to get you for 10 hours. And I'm going to get you, I'm going to have me a $1,500 a day. Let's do this. I'm ready for you motherfuckers. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make a sad day into a happy day. Fuck
There
it. I'm
you
on
go.
call, and I'm going to make it call me, motherfucker. Y'all got a problem. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're going to have to pay me, baby.
Get that money,
Yeah.
dog. Get that money. Get that Lucchini.
There you go, Lucchini pouring through the sky.
Let's get rich. What? Hey, I'll tell you this right now before we let King go. Maybe King can back me up on this. If you have a restaurant in a metro area,
There you go.
you have rats and or roaches. Period. You got them.
In San Francisco,
It's how you
call
control.
Crane Pest Control. I'm there. I'll
just-
be there, and it's gonna cost you some money.
I'm just saying.
They're gonna charge you.
I'm just saying, every restaurant you eat at in any metro area has a rat or roach problem.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, are you controlling it? Can
Right.
you keep it outside your building?
Right.
Can you keep it in the dumpster?
Right.
Once it gets in the kitchen, you got a real problem.
Yeah.
Every
want that?
restaurant, go out back of your favorite restaurant. You'll be surprised. You'll be shocked. But take a peek in the kitchen on your way to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and hopefully you're not surprised. You just got to keep that problem outdoors. It's a fact, man. It's a fact.
Hey man, you know what's fucked up? It's hard for me to go eat somewhere, man. I'm at the
Oh, I'm sure.
restaurant
I'm
today,
sure.
and we sitting in the motherfucking window, and I see flies, and I'm like, damn, they got flies flying around there. I'm an exterminator, bro. That's just like me. I'm an exterminator. I've been doing this shit for 20-something years. So I'm sitting down, I'm like, damn, there's flies flying around this motherfucker. Damn, got no fly light in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting in the window, and I'm like, fuck, let's move over here because the flies won't be coming into the window. I'm just saying, restaurants, do your thing, man. You don't know who you got up in the motherfucking restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You can have an exterminator. You can have somebody that know what the fuck they doing up in there. And I'm telling y'all, if you got flies and shit flying around in your motherfucking restaurant, you got a problem. call me and I can help you.
There you go.
Amityville horror up in that bitch. Flies are a bad sign, man. Flies mean Satan. That's what flies mean. First thing I do when I go to the restaurant, especially with my lady, I go straight to the bathroom. I peek in your kitchen and I look in the bathroom. If the bathroom ain't right, get the fuck out of there right now. I'm just telling you that. I've come back from the bathroom before. I told my lady, we got to go. Let's go. When we walk out, I'll be like, that place ain't right.
Yeah.
And you keep your bathroom right. That's the first step towards me sitting down in your restaurant.
There you go.
Okay, man, it's been great. We got to let you go. But if not next weekend, let's get you down here the weekend after that. We'll keep in touch, bro. We'll make it happen. I'll make some wings. It'll be popping. It'll be wing extravaganza in this mug. And
I will leave you with this. Flies ain't your only problem at a restaurant.
Oh, no.
You just don't know.
Shoot.
I love y'all, brothers. I'll talk to y'all next week.
I love you too, bro. Brother. Love you too, bro. Take care.
All right, man. All right.
Go Raiders.
Peace out, dog.
Oh, that was a good one, man. That was a good Kane's Corner. And Kane's Corner is always good, but every once in a while we get a classic. That was a classic right there. That was a good conversation.
Yeah, man.
It's always good to get off topic, too.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't know how our listeners feel about it, but I don't mind at all. That's what this next podcast is about. Crow's Nest. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We gotta start live streaming that soon, but man, that shit pops off hella late. So
yeah, man. It gets rough. I don't know how many people are willing to stay up with us, man, for that one.
Bobby's trying to make me fancy. He says I only eat at 5-star restaurants. Bro, that ain't true, man. Most of these 5 stars, a lot of these fancy restaurants and fancy towns are way overrated. Places like Monterey, Capitola, a lot of whack bunk restaurants.
There
dog.
you go.
Give me a nice hole in the wall any day.
It don't matter how many stars you have, man. It just matter who you got cooking in the kitchen, dog.
Matter of fact, Bobby, that's a racist comment, dog. You saying a mom and pop restaurant can't be delivered? That's a racist comment, dog. You saying because I'm white? Bruh. I'm going to let you off the hook for that, Bobby. I understand I have not, I had Bobby over here for a barbecue. Bobby ended up barbecuing the whole damn meal himself. I had everything set up, pre-prepped, everything ready to go.
How come Bobby was in chat talking about the only thing you giving him is a cup of noodles, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Come on, Bobby.
I don't know.
Don't be blamed, Bobby.
I made you some tableside guacamole, Bobby.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Come on.
Come on, Bobby.
I made you some fire-ass tea, bro. Don't act like that.
There you go.
That ain't shoot you to another dimension, homie.
There you go.
Let's get these calls up here, man. By the way, while I have the caller screen open, the phone lines are open. So if you want to, if you're listening now on the live stream and you want to give us a phone call, go ahead and pick up the number. Pick up the line, 408-909-7533, 408-909-PJFF. Let's start off here in the 719. This is a 2-parter. Y'all can't get your thoughts across. This might be a 3-parter. Hardcore Raider, man. I'm gonna see what's good, bro. But that's 9 minutes of phone call, homie. You guys got to wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up, B.
I'm saying.
Let's see.
What up, my Chilla pillagers? This is Hardcore Raider calling from Donkeyville. I'm drinking at Chillas. You drinking at Chillas. We all drinking some motherfucking Chillas, man. What is going on? All right, so, I want to fucking talk about some real deep shit, man. Some Hardcore Raider talk. So, I always tell people you got to know where you're at, where you've been, and where you're going. So I want to rewind time a little bit. All these fucking chump-ass motherfuckers that just won't let up, man. I need the season to get here. Hopefully we can start shutting some of this down, but I guess we'll see how it goes when the season starts. But, we got Chucky back, man, and it just seemed like we were all on cloud 9, hyped up when he got hired. I wasn't claiming Super Bowl or nothing. I know maybe some Raider fans were jacked up, and then it was just hate after hate, man, just like getting kicked in the nuts time and time again. And, if we rewind time back when he was our coach, I mean, the whole reason he got Chucky was like the last 2 minutes of the game where we were losing games and shit. He'd be all pissed off. But, he really brought the Raiders from being irrelevant and being really shitty for a long time into being a really good competitor. However, even in those years in the, late 90s, early 2000s, before he was traded, the media wasn't giving us no love. I mean, so we were getting hated even when we were winning. And I've dealt with it my whole life. You think you get used to it, but it's just never felt some
bigger fucking jackass comes by, and, you know, you're like, dude, like, what the fuck, man? So anyways, probably have to call back a couple times, but just hear me out. So, you know, I fought 15 years for Gruden to come back. The reason why I fought hard for him, I don't think he's the best coach out there. I'll be honest. I don't think he is. I think he's a really good coach, but I think he's the best coach for the Raiders to return to dominance. So, you know, to be a Raider coach, you got to be tough. You got to be dogfight fucking tough, because you're going to get hated. No matter what the record is, no matter what the score is, you're going to get hated. That just goes to the territory of being a Raider. That's why I wanted him to come back for so long. You know, a lot of people and social media and, you know, the so-called experts, which they aren't experts. I mean, let's just fucking get that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp, donkey lover, Raider hater. Nick Wright, fucking Queese fan, Raider hater. Colin Coward, yeah, he's a fucking coward. He's a Raider hater. They're all fucking Raider haters, man. Like, none of them are, like, give the Raiders, like, any love.
Oh.
What up? This is Hardcore Raider again. All right, so obviously the media hates us. I mean, some of the shit's like, I mean, it's pretty obvious, you know. Anyways, you know, so the media hates us, and, you know, so last season after, you know, Gruden got hired, a lot of Raider fans, especially with the Mac trade, we were all, like, just struck, you know, and the media just gobbled that shit up, man. And, you know, a lot of even Raider fans were hating on the team, you know. I'll be honest, I called out a lot of Raider fans and shit because it pissed me off, man. I've wanted Gruden back for, like, 15 years, man. 15 plus years, just because he has unfinished business with us, you know. And I truly believe that had Gruden not got shit canned by Davis, traded, whatever the fuck you want to call it, had he not left, we would have 2, maybe 3 rings, including the game against the Patriots that we got screwed. You essentially got cheated by the fucking refs. So, anyways, you know, that's important to me, you know, to have a coach that has that dogfight. No coach since Gruden has had that dogfight, in my opinion. So, with that being said, you know, to me it's a psychological warfare. It's a battle for our fandom. It's a battle for our team, you know. And I asked you guys a question last week to ask you, you know, is there anything we can do as fans? And on game day, yeah, hell fucking right, man. Stand up, man. Let your voice be heard. And, you know, be as loud as you can. Absolutely. But I think there's even stuff we can do before that point, you know. The players, you know, they say they don't see this shit or whatever, but they do, man. I'm telling you, they fucking do. Whether it's like media stuff or YouTube stuff, like the word gets around, man. They're not going to talk about it, whether they're allowed to or not. They're going to be professionals, man. They have to get a paycheck, you know, and they have to go out and do their job. But, you know, imagine if you told your kid every day, or not even every day, just, you know, your son or daughter, once a week you told them they were a piece of shit and they were trash. Every week for a fucking 6 months. Imagine how fucked up psychologically your kid would be if you told your kid they were fucked up. It'd be a pretty messed up thing to do, so don't do it. But you know what I'm saying? The point is, you know, to build morale, man, you gotta support the team, support the players, you know, get them motivated. And that's what I've been doing. Sometimes I'll copy and paste the same shit, but what I have to say is good fucking shit, man. Oh, Raider fans, to stand the fuck up, unite together, and let's fight off these haters, man. Let's come in fucking swinging. I don't go out starting fights, but I'll tell you what, you come at me swinging, dude, let's fucking go. I don't give a fuck, man. So, back into all these haters and shit, man. We got to keep feeding this team. You know, keep feeding this team with positivity. I don't care if we don't have the best defensive ends or the best defensive line.
Here we go.
This is Hardcore Raider, the Raider Ramble. I'm almost fucking done. I know I'm rambling. Maybe it's the cellos.
It's the real Raider Ramble right
so,
here. Shout
a
out
lot
to
of hate
Mario.
going on, and you know, the way that what we need to do as fans is just support this team. You got to support the team, man. No matter how much hate is coming at us, because right now this is like Rocky, man. This is behind the scenes. Come game day and shit. That's the product of what's being put in right now. Right now is where you motivate the players. Right now is where we get them pumped up, because right now is when they're getting ready for the game day. you know. So we as Raider Nation have to be that you know, extra man to support this team. I'll share a little story when I was in the Army. Make it quick. My knee was messed up before I joined. Quick. I knew it was messed up.
Too late, bro.
I pretty much dislocated it. Had to have my chiropractor pop it back in place, riding my motorcycle and shit. But going to basic training, my knee swells up the size of a grapefruit. I got, you know, 53 swinging dicks in basic training, putting in bets that I wasn't going to graduate because my knee was so bad.
Where are we going?
I still ran. I never gave up, but I couldn't run as fast as some of the other guys. So, you know, if it ends up bad enough, they'll do what's called recycle you, which is pretty much like prison, and I don't have time to go into that. But essentially, your ass might be stuck there for 6 to 8 months in prison. So you don't want to be that fucking guy. But all those haters that were betting on me and shit and cracking jokes, I use that shit. Because come the end of basic training, we had to do our PT test. I pushed my way to the front, and I'm not the biggest guy. I got a big heart, man. Had the nickname Rudy in high school and shit for a reason. And pushed my way to the front. We started running. I'm usually not like the first guy in a lot of things, you know. I'm up there in the top guys, but not the top guy. And we get to the halfway point at one mile, and nobody's fucking passed me in my platoon. So I'm like, fuck, man, nobody's passed me. And my knee is like my knee had healed like the last 2 weeks. So I'm like, over the last 2 weeks, we haven't done much running because we're out in the field. And I was like, damn, dude, like, I can fucking do this shit. Ain't nobody passing me. I used all that motivation, all that hate. And I ended up running it was like a fucking 12:32 mile. And nobody in my platoon passed me. And, you know, when I got to the finish line, I was sprinting. Me and another guy in my platoon, we were racing each other, and I beat his ass by like half a second. But the point is, man, I used that shit, and I rose the fuck up. And every motherfucker that doubted me, guess who fucking got first? This motherfucker. So, like Tupac said, fuck all these motherfuckers, man. I don't give a fuck. It's Raider Nation, One Nation, 2019, Year of Redemption. Raiders will.
Oh, bro.
Damn, he didn't close?
Damn,
man.
That was pretty solid for 3 calls, though.
It was solid for 3 calls.
I like that.
Man.
Good call, hardcore.
He was going hardcore, man.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if he calls back next week and says, like, man, I don't remember what I said. Just played.
Here's a tip.
Just played. Man.
Hardcore Raider, if you ever call in again and you say 53 swinging dicks one more time, never again, bro. No, but that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah, man. Hey.
You had the chat fired up over here.
Point being, fuck all these people, man. They hate
Yeah, that was a direct quote from Tupac, bro.
That's the point.
Tupac, dog. We got a plaque of Tupac in the studio at work, and it's got 2 bullets in it. And the kids are always like, are those the real bullets? I'm like, yeah. Nah, dog, we got that plaque at Barry. Yes, the fuck out of here.
Come on, man.
But yeah, all right, okay. All right, Hardcore Raider. I feel it, though. I feel it. You got to feel the fire, right?
Hell yeah.
I think somebody was saying in the chat earlier, too, you know, that's what Gruden's been targeting, man. Guys that want to be Raiders. You heard Cleveland say it at the Combine. He always wanted to be a Raider.
Yeah.
And what it means to be a Raider, not just I want to wear silver and black. Looking for Raiders in terms of the spirit of what it means to be a Raider.
Absolutely.
Someone that's going to completely sell out for the game of football.
Yeah.
And I feel it. I can smell what you're cooking, bro.
Yeah, man.
Let's go to the 760. You know who that is. You know who it is.
What up, guys? Raider Nation.
A Wapo.
It's WAP. Man, this KO interview has got people fucked up. I mean, it is what it is. You know, KO complaining that John Gruden said something to him and didn't follow through. Listen, KO, if you didn't want to get traded to another team, you would have fixed your broken ass 2 years ago in 2017 when you decided to stop being the fucking KO, smash the motherfuckers down on the floor type of O-lineman. He ain't the same. He's downtrending. I don't blame him for getting rid of him. Some things change, man. I mean, I'm sure he had a plan for Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, and all these people, but they didn't show up. And you know what happens when you don't show up to a man that's trying to get you to prove how much you work? He's on to the next show, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for KO. I really don't. And this making John Gruden into a bad guy, all right, that's cool. You know, I'm tired of the Raiders be paying people that haven't done shit, because that's what we do. For a long time, we've been paying bums to be on the team. I'm tired of bums being on the team. I'm tired of broken-ass O-linemen on the team. Get their asses off. They were great for a while. They ain't doing shit now. That's all I got to say. I think people need to chill out on the John Gruden shit talking, because, you know, 2019 is a big year. Let's see what they could do. You know, it's the Oakland Raiders. It's not any one person that makes the fucking team. It's the damn whole in general. Y'all some crazy-ass people thinking that just because of one person gone, season's up. KO's not on the O-line. We're done. Oh, well, that's me. Well, I did my little rant. See you guys later. Bye.
I'm laughing at this chat. Dog.
Let them know, Wop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this chat's out of hand right now.
the chat's really out of hand, dog.
I can't even say what's going on in the chat right now.
No, that's strictly for the crow's nest.
Yeah. Tune in. Woo, boy.
Oh, man.
There's a reason why they don't serve nuts on the airplane anymore. Hey, Wapo, man. Good call, man. Set these fools straight, man. Well, that's one thing we can count on with Wapo, man.
Yeah, Wapple.
Yeah.
You know, he comes straight, comes strong.
I think he handled that better than we did last. We talked about the KO interview last week. I think Wapo, get out here, bro.
Yeah.
We got an NPC for you right here, dog.
There you go.
We play the thunder sound effect a lot just to kind of goof around, but Wapo's the only caller with the sound effect, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
He calls in every week, man.
That's hot. It's fire, bro. And Wapo, he be making the rounds. Calls
He does,
all
man.
the shows. So
He does.
I heard him on Q's podcast.
Yep.
If you don't listen to Locked On Raiders, you're missing out. Like I said, dude, I do not sweat competition, bro.
No.
This is a community. We're all Raider fans. It's all love. Definitely check out Q. Definitely check out Raider Fan Radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Check out all these different shows, bro. But check ours out first. That's all. Got him. This is unknown caller, bro.
There you go.
Unknown caller.
Unknown caller.
What up, Kenny? What up, Jay?
There you go.
Forever and a day. This is G-Pop.
Yeah.
I've been very interested in hearing everything you got to say. I listen to the Daily Locked On podcast, so I listened to that
See?
Colegio Assembly interview. Very interesting. I don't respect the man for what he's done. He was good when he played, but he's this trash to us now. I believe that I totally respect all this process that John Gruden and now Mike Beck has ventured us through. I love this. I cannot wait for Raider football on opening night, Monday night. I cannot wait for us to kick the hell out of the Broncos. Just win, baby.
Yeah. G-Paul. He's gonna keep going.
Okay.
Sorry I had to call back, guys. The G-Paw again. I had to cut out quick because, the dog's issue as normal. Barking and whatnot. Just want to say everything's going great. I think right now we should be interested in grabbing Kyle Rudolph. He's sitting out there.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. He just thinks he's taking I have to take too much of a pay cut. Minnesota, I think we should go look for him. And this Ndamukong Suh stuff right now. Let's just wait on it and see, if he goes at a lower price. Maybe we'll get him for, like I say, a steal. But let's trust in all this process. Like I said before, I love the way all this is going. I mean, this is looking like Al Davis's old school Raiders. We're looking on defense. See how much better we can get. I love it. All right, Jeepa out.
Yeah.
Okay, Google, stop.
It's good to hear from you again, G-Paul. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. You brought that up last week, right? You asked, you're like, hey, man, we haven't heard from G-Paul in a while, so it's good to hear from him, man.
Yeah, and Jalen reached out. His son had reached out to me in the DM. He said, G-Paul's doing good. It's just laying low because it's the off season. So we were right. It's good to hear that he's doing well. G-Paul, man, thanks for calling in, man.
Hell yeah.
I always look forward to his calls during the regular season.
Yeah.
Because he keeps it real, but you can tell he's been a Raider fan a long time.
Yeah.
But he always has a positive spin, too.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we can relate to that, right?
And we need a little bit of that, man. Sometimes we need a little bit of that.
Sometimes, shit, bro. You're being
Sometimes
too nice.
We need a little more of that.
Oh
man.
But all right, so let's see here. Let's go to the 209. Man, this chat is still on fire. If you're not following along with us on the live stream, I definitely encourage you to do so. I understand a lot of you guys live in a house with children, so I get that. We're definitely the X-rated Raiders podcast. I will say that. If you're offended by our language and maybe our sense of humor, I get that. I respect that. But hey, man, we are who we are, dog.
Can't change that, man.
Once the Raiders gear goes on, it all comes out. But we'll try to keep it on the up and up. But appreciate you, G Paul. Let's check this out here. It's we're going to the 209. This is the Central Valley, I believe. Modesto,
There you go.
Stockton.
Yeah.
The 209. Manteca.
Hey guys, it's J-Rob. I figured I'd give you guys a call to talk about some draft. First things first, with Cleveland Farrell, I'm not going to lie.
J-Rob. Original Pillager.
There you go.
Not official Pillager. Original Pillager.
Yeah.
Respect for PJ4F.com. In case I haven't said it in a while, and we're going to get to you, J-Rob, right now, because I like J-Rob. We've partied with him. He was out there at Ricky's. J-Rob's cool. He's been at the tailgates. PJ4F.com. That's the blog. That's where everything started. Before the podcast, we had the blog. There is a chat section. It's at the bottom of every post, right? So if you want to jump in the fray, just go to the latest post, which will be this podcast. So we're basically only been posting podcasts. And J-Rob's written a couple articles for us. Just click on the most recent article, scroll down to the bottom, make yourself a little Discuss profile if you don't have one already. It's a pretty common chat format. And jump in, man. A lot of Raider fans in there.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It gets real crazy, man. If you think this chat's crazy,
yeah, we've weeded
go
out.
dabble in that. Go dabble in that chat, man.
We've weeded out some of the more wild ones.
Yeah,
but definitely check it out, man. If you're not into like Twitter and Facebook and all that, social media is not your thing, but you still want to like jump on and talk to some folks, you definitely hit up our message board.
Yeah, man.
Check that out. It's pretty wild in there. All right, let's go back to J-Rob here.
I was one of those people that was kind of freaking out when the pick was first announced. But after kind of thinking about it after the fact, I kind of see what they were getting at. Everybody was talking about like our pass rush numbers and how bad they were. And because of that, people thought, we need a pass rusher. But the thing about Cleveland Farrell is that he actually makes you better on both sides of the ball. And I think that's what they were looking for. Do that could play the run and can give you at least, 8 sacks can kind of affect, not give you the whole, 15 sack year kind of thing. I can see that taking that forward, people kind of freak out a little bit, but I think, they were trying to trade back, but you got to have another person there willing to come up for him. And if that doesn't happen, then you got to take him where you're at if you don't think that he's going to last to 24. Now, another thing, too, is Josh Jacobs. Everybody keeps saying that Josh Jacobs was a reach and we could have got him later and this, and that. The thing about Josh Jacobs is that he's just a perfect scheme fit for what we do. Again, makes the team better in multiple ways on passing downs, blocking, running the ball. Dude can play. So, if anything, he's probably my favorite pick in the draft just because of that perfect scheme fit. And sometimes, you reach for things like that. The same thing with John Abram, right? He's a guy where he makes all positions in the secondary better because you can kick KJ over to free safety. You kick Joyner down to slot corner where they're probably better fits. And Abram's more of like a, in the box, can kind of play the run thing kind of like KJ did. But, it allows KJ to be better on the back end. So the whole theme of the draft to me was that, we just got better in different areas in our 3 picks. They helped out more than just what their position is. So, I'm happy with it after kind of looking back on it a couple of days and relaxing. It's a good draft all the way around. So just figured give you guys a call, talk about it, see what you guys thought. All right, guys. Peace.
Yeah, good call, man. Again, realistic call. We talked a lot about the overreaction towards Cleveland. I called myself out, even though Cleveland was my pick. But, you know, I settled down within, I think, like 10 minutes. I think I settled down, 10, 15 minutes. And I think J-Rob actually was one of the people. I might be confused because a lot of people were texting me, but and that's not a humble brag. It was draft day. People were texting everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
J-Rob, I think, hit me up. He was like, what were your thoughts? And I was like, it was a bit of a reach at 4. But I kind of came back down to earth. I was like, you know what? That was their guy. It's on the board. They got him there. Maybe they tried to trade back. And then, as he said, we found out they did. And it wasn't there for him. So we got our guy. And Cleveland might have gone right after that, dog. The draft board is not dictated by beat writers.
Right.
It's dictated by NFL general managers.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference there.
This is the reason why the NFL Hall of Fame shouldn't be dictated by beat writers either, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Also true.
Shots fired.
Shots. Hey, fired. What was I going to say? Somebody pointed, I think this might have been on Twitter, it might have been in our own chat. I don't remember, but somebody was saying, hey, had Mayock not been a GM and he was back in the broadcast booth doing his mock drafts and he had Cleveland up there, how would people have felt?
Right.
You know what I mean? How would boards have moved? How would general opinion have been swayed?
It's true.
If Mayock was on there,
It's true.
banging his drum for Cleveland Farrell in the broadcast booth.
Absolutely.
But the mouth was shut tight.
Yeah. He was like, get the fuck out of my face.
And
I ain't about to tell you nothing about my draft.
That was a straight poker game, dog.
Yep.
That was.
Yep.
Yeah, good call, J-Rob. Call in more, dog. Original Pillager. We need more of y'all on here, dude. I know some of them, hey, I'll put it out there right now. Some of them thought they've gone Hollywood.
Fuck out of here, man. How are we in Hollywood, man? We still in the same studio we've been recording this bitch.
Yo, I'm still
Shit.
sitting on the same brown shag carpeting.
Yeah, dog.
It was day one.
Man.
You know, we ain't Hollywood,
Nah,
man.
but y'all need to start calling in, man, like you used to, man.
I've been on the blog more
Miss
lately.
y'all
I've been
guys,
carving out some time on my lunch break and stuff. to be on
Miss Homer, man. Miss hearing Homer call in, man.
Big time.
You know what I mean? And all these guys, man, Johnny, and you know what, man?
Yeah.
All y'all cats, man. 303 is the only one that's still kind of hanging in there, man.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
The regular season will roll around. We'll see these cats again.
Yeah.
We'll see it again. All right, last call. It's from the 360. It's your boy Pete.
Kenny J. Kane. What's up, Pillagers? This is Pete. How we doing? Hey, so kind of a slow week in football news. We're getting into that season. Starting to get a little down, but we have hired some new scouts. Dwayne Douglas, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles, we were really praised for this move by Matt Miller of Bleacher Report, and basically saying that was the guy that worked under the guy that has made these last 2 Super Bowl runs happen with the Eagles, and that we should be fortunate. And then did you guys see that we hired the Cowboys guys? That makes me wonder, man. I'm a little curious. I wonder if they're going to be brought in to observe our offensive line because the Cowboys have been so good at drafting O-line lately. I hate to talk about the fucking Cowboys right now. But I'm like, wait a minute. We bringing in some specialists in comparison to last year? Maybe someone will say, hey, Tom Cable isn't doing his job right and we should fire him. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I like the moves. I want to know what you guys think about them. And this is in other news, completely unrelated to the Raiders, really, but it is in some way, shape, or form, did you guys see Daniel Jeremiah might be linked? Daniel Jeremiah is of the NFL Network, also a draft analyst, and filled in Mike Mayock's role after he left to be our general manager. They're saying that whomever becomes the Jets' next GM will bring Daniel Jeremiah along with him as a head of pro personnel, and how, that's kind of crazy. And I'm like, nah, go ahead, yeah. Don't give us credit. You just fucking ripped us off. Everybody's ripping us off now. Now they already think it's a great idea, even though it happened 6 months ago. Know what I mean? Yep. Don't give us credit where credit's due, but if it happens, just know the Raiders invented that shit a while back, and I don't want to hear anyone talk about, like, oh, well, look at you. Who saw this? Shut up. Stupid national media, stupid Max Kellerman, stupid fucking Fox Sports. Anywho, on top of that. And one more thing. This is also not very Raiders related or anything else like that, but, Jay, did you watch the fights last night? You see that Deontay Wilder boy? Where he knocked his ass out? He's 6'7", 2+. I say that we sign him for a defensive end. And if he comes in the building, just give him whatever he asks for. So, he doesn't pop people's heads off and shit. That's a Raider all day, if you ask me. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thanks for having me on. Peace.
That's a good take right there.
It is a good take. Yeah, Wilder, man. Well, we talked about that.
We talked about that earlier, man.
Look, the Daniel Jeremiah thing right now, it's just smoke. I don't really know enough about the dude to have a solid take on him, but I'll weigh in. First of all, we don't know what we got in Mayock yet. It looks real good. It looks nice. It feels good.
Yeah.
The pragmatic moves, a lot of value. Squeezed a lot out of this draft, but we don't know yet. He asked me again at the end of the season whether I'm excited about Mike Mayock. Right now, I feel good about it.
Right.
I think we all do, but we always feel good.
We got to see it perform on the field, right? I mean, that's the end. That's where the buy-in finally takes hold of us, right?
Yeah.
We got to see success, man. We got to see something for us to say, okay, they made the right moves, right?
Here's what I'm waiting for. Okay, Mike Mayock's a general manager. When Mel Kiper becomes the GM of the Baltimore Ravens, call me. Call me.
Oh, man.
That's going out on a limb right there. Todd. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really answer your question there, but I mean, the Jeremiah thing hasn't happened yet. Is it ripping us off? I don't know. Is there something to be said about a broadcast guy? I mean, I'm not just saying a broadcast guy, but broadcast dude that has some smarts. Sure. I mean, they get a bird's eye view of the league. They get a peek inside every organization, every locker room. Is there an advantage to that? Sure. But can they handle the day-to-day job? We'll find out. Mike's got a friend in John, which definitely helped the transition process. But the Jets right now, the Jets are a hot mess. I'm reading that Leonard Williams might be on the trade block. I don't know. It's the Jets, dog. It's the Jets. They're never going to be nothing. Put money on that.
All right.
Put money on that.
All right.
Go
to Vegas. Put money on. Jets are never going to be nothing. Look for that bet.
Chad Pennington's not walking through that door.
Chad Pennington.
Curtis Martin's not walking through that door.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That guy was by far their best player in the last how many years, right?
Mark Sanchez might walk through that door. And you should be worried about that.
Some people have been talking about Mark Sanchez looking a little old, a little wasted, man.
It's all them damn nitrates from the hot dogs, dog. Yo, doggy.
He just sit on that bench eating them fucking hot dogs, dog.
You need to chill out on them processed foods. Yes.
That motherfucker goes through a hot dog. He eats that fucking popcorn. Shit, man.
And he earned it in that game. Sadly.
Sipping some chelas, too.
Sadly. I'm just trying to keep it real. You know what I mean?
I keep it real.
Was that
you brought that one back?
Is that Kawhi Leonard's laugh, bro?
Oh,
it sounded like Kawhi Leonard's laugh, bro. I just saw the Raptors won tonight, so
okay,
all right.
So was it 2-2?
It's 2-1.
2-1. That was the first win. Their first win.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
the first win.
Yeah, Milwaukee had won the first two. They should have won for the game one though. Raptors were up that first game.
Yeah,
and the last game was a blowout though.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Okay, Alice Cooper.
Hey, it's time to do some shout-outs, bro?
Yeah, shout-outs.
Do some shout-outs. Big shout-outs on Twitter. Shout-out to Night Raider, Stuart Silber, Chris, Mike, Zoo. Shout-out to Nick Webb, Oaktown Born, James Raiders, Raiders Rocks, Eric, Eileen Raiders, Bob the Mob, David Raiders, Manish Raiders. First of all, I'll smell shenanigans. Because a lot of these Manish Raiders, David Raiders, Eileen Raiders, they all got the same @
Right.
It's all spelled out the same way.
Oh, man.
I don't know if they're ghost accounts or someone's trying to pull fast.
Yeah,
maybe it's a gang. Maybe it's a Raider gang. Gang.
Hey, it's possible. Man.
Shout out to CD Key C. Shout out to Ballers Only. Sonny Ray Luna. Raiders Rachel. There's another one. Manuel Casal. Pete Nicoletti, Young Chuck, Voodoo Raider, Jace Morgan, Arturo Gaxiola. How would you say that? Gaxiola? Gaxiola.
Is it an X?
That's pretty, yeah. Gaxiola, that's a cool name. Blitzed Sub. He said he'll fill in anytime. Dog, if Che ain't here, we ain't riding. Okay? And if I'm not here, you can't work this shit. I'm just telling you that right now. Shout out to the
well, first of all, he won't let you in the house to get to the studio.
You ain't getting in here, y'all. Shout out to Fly and no disrespect, Blitz. I know you're part of that Blitz podcast. Y'all wild out there. Respect to you guys. Shout out to the Fly Sweep podcast. I believe that's Matt Holder from the Raider Ramble. They just started a Raider podcast, so shout out to them. Also, shout out to the Silver Shield podcast. You got some familiar faces over there.
That's right.
Including your man Bobby Wasabi and Raider VC. Shout out to y'all. See y'all doing your thing. Keep it up. Tony W. Raider. Shout out to Dave 00, Garrett Thompson, Will, and Jawar Walker. One of these folks in here, and I can't remember exactly who it is, was like, why are these guys shouting me out on their show?
Oh yeah, there was some dude. I saw that.
It's this dude Garrett right here.
G something or CE or what was it? Something. No. Hold on.
Now that I've read them all, I can't find it.
Hold on. Let me see.
Here's the reason why we shout you guys out. These are all the follows from the week, man. If you follow us, we're gonna shout you out. Now I'll pick through them. You know, if you got the egg avatar, I'm not shouting you out. If you ain't got some Raiders in your thing, I ain't shouting you out. But this dude's like a scout. He's like an independent or up and coming. Maybe I don't want to use the word amateur, but he's a scout. And so you're a football head, and we thought we shouted you out. And he was like, I'm not even a big Raiders fan. I'm like, why'd you follow us? And he's actually, I like the Raiders. I'm like, well, which one is it? God damn it.
Make up your damn mind.
But shout out to you anyways, because that's how we roll, man. One love. Shout out to y'all on YouTube. Shout out to Kalen Sankey, Kid Cali Gaming, Mean 519, Raider Brandon. Shout out to Schnitz. Jesus Gutierrez. That's your namesake, bro?
Hey.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Shout out to Larry Anderson. Shout out to you guys. By the way, if we've already shouted you out because you followed us on Twitter and Instagram, follow us on YouTube, get another shout out. And if you're listening to this podcast right now, even if you're not down with the live stream, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Your subscription goes a long way helping us get out there, increase exposure to the podcast, and helps us kind of do some more things that we really want to do with YouTube. YouTube sets these certain thresholds, these benchmarks that you got to hit in order to open up more stuff. So that's what we're really trying to do, is build those followers on YouTube. So just hit the subscribe button. I know you guys go on YouTube at least once a day. Everybody does for something. Scroll on over to Pillaging Podcast. Just give us that subscribe button and walk away. If you're interested in the live chat, make sure you hit that bell so you get notified when we go live on air every Sunday. Next week, it looks like it's going to be Monday, Memorial Day. We'll hit you at the end of your holiday weekend, because Sunday night, y'all going to be, it's Chela season, bro.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But let me get out of the way. Go for it, bro.
Shout outs on the IG account, man. Okay, shout outs to Raider Radical. Shout out to California Grown. Shout out to our boys who were just in here last week, the No Ledge Podcast. Follow them at No Ledge Pod on Instagram.
That's KNO, no W, KNOLEDGE, No Ledge.
That's right. That's right. Shout out J6834.
Yeah.
TMJ Media.
Yeah.
Max77GM. Jingles. Are you?
Get them. Get them, Jingles.
Shout out Metal Slim Jim 86.
Ooh.
Visualized by Mal or Maul. Let me say Maul. I'm gonna go with Maul.
Maul.
That sounds doper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a special shout out for this follow on Twitter.
Yes.
Shout out to the I Am Rappaport podcast, man. That's, the stereo podcast. Okay. Shout out, man. We fucks with Mike Rap heavy, man.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope to get a follow from the I Am Rappaport podcast.
Hey, Mike, bring back G Moody, dog.
Oh, there you go.
Whatever it is you got, squash that beef. Bring back G Moody. Y'all better together. G Moody, I fuck with your podcast, but y'all are better together, though.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Man, I was about to hit him with that Richie Valens song. And we belong together.
Yeah, for real, for really real, though.
Till the end of time.
Hit him with that slide. Big shout outs to those that donated this week. Lepla Austin, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Raider Austin, who's in the live chat right now. If I'm wrong, my bad. But shout out to you, Mr. Austin. And shout out to Richard Lacassi. I hope I'm saying your name right, Richard, man. Richard's one of these subscribers. He's a subscribe donor. PayPal lets you do this. You can set it up automatic. Man, is this show worth $1 to you?
Hey.
If it's worth $1, we would love to have it. $1. We're trying to do this live video stream from the tailgate. I know some of y'all can't get out to Raider games. Some of y'all never been to a Raider game. Yeah. So we want to show you a little bit of that flavor. We've done the recorded shows. We want to do a live stream, the unofficial, official Raider pregame show.
Yeah.
Straight from the heart of Oakland, California.
Can you imagine that, yo? You guys can sit on your couch at home wherever it is that you watch the Raider games from, okay? You can sit on your couch at home, you can pull up that laptop, you pull up YouTube, that stream, and you can watch the Pillaging Podcast, and you could be in the fucking tailgate, live and in effect, getting chill out up with us, man.
Yeah.
While you wait for the game to start. And you can start pre-gaming with us, man, because we start at gates open, man, at 8 o'clock. That's when we start.
Yeah, that's when we get down.
You know what I'm saying?
So help us out. Again, if this show's worth $1 to you, man, hook us up. Help us out. If it's worth 25 cents a week and you want to donate $1 a month, do that too. Whatever you can contribute helps. I'm seriously, I swear to God, whatever you can, it helps. It all goes into the pile. We got enough listeners where we can really make something else happen special this year. Every year, if you haven't noticed, we grow. There's some new production element to the show. Why? Well, because we're creative. And 2, because you made it possible. You made it possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
We come out of pocket.
Yeah.
But, man, you really help. But we're just regular dudes. We got day jobs.
Yeah, man.
We're going to be up till like 2 a.m. tonight, and we're going to go to work tomorrow. But if you can, man, appreciate it. And if you can't, you can't, bro. As long as you're tuning in, that's what we really want. So I do that ask every week, but it's just an ask. It's not a requirement. There's no paywalls here. But with all that said, that's it for this week's show. Make sure you tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in, leave a message to be played on air, 408-909-PJFF. We need some new voices.
Yeah.
Download the official Pillaging app available for iOS and Android. Make sure you check out DC40CustomTees.com and OneNationFanwear.com. Be sure to listen to the other podcasts on the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. If you haven't already, check out the Put on Waivers podcast. Dwayne is doing big things over there. He's actually releasing his show almost every day of the week. He's broken it up into smaller bite-sized chunks for y'all, fun-sized pieces for y'all. Check him out. And it's more than just Raiders. That's like an all-sports show. So if you're just a sports fan, that's a show for you. East Coast Nation just relaunched with Monster Mass Ken and Easy E over there and your boy Potts. And check out the Inebriated Nation podcast. Check out the Crow's Nest podcast. Check out the Ladies of Darkness podcast.
The Knowledge Podcast.
The new kids on the block, the Knowledge podcast. Raider fans for show. And they kind of cover a lot, man. Those guys are fun. That's my favorite independent podcast. Since before they joined the network.
I was cracking up when I was riding up here, man.
You walked in the house laughing.
Yeah,
bro.
I was laughing.
This fool laughing at, bro. But yeah, just definitely check out the network, please. Please. There's got to be at least another show on there for y'all to enjoy.
Yeah,
we appreciate you guys. Stay tuned in with us. Keep the wind in your sails and the rum in your mug. And pillage on, Raider Nation. This has been a product of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined as always
by your boy Che.
And we out here.
Peace.
Go Raiders.